muting is working. So if you can hear everybody else chatting in the background, let me know, because right now I've attempted to mute them in Discord in OBS. But welcome back to We Play Games. I'm Walker, and here we are in Age of Wonders 4 with our first game of Age of Wonders 4 on the Eldritch Realms patch. Okay. I mean, this... Wait a second. We're not... All of our allies are near each other, right? Like, nobody's next to an enemy? Nobody's next to an enemy? Okay. I mean, I'm willing to play on this. This is what we see when we play on small. This is the consequence. But there we go. All right, so welcome back to We Play Games. I'm Walker, and here we are in Eldritch Realms. Oh, what? You screwed it up? How? No. Do we have to? Do you want to restart? So, like, do you want to just restart? Okay. Oh, it was Nemki? Okay. Yeah. If it's an entirely new player, we're definitely just restarting. Yeah. Alright, well, today we are going to be streaming with a slightly different... It's okay. It's your first... This is just the way it is. No, I already did. You're not my real dad. You're too late, Winslaya. It's okay. It's the way it goes. Yeah, you guys definitely successfully clicked the right builds better than we did, so you got us. But to... Yeah. Oh, and then you just forgot to... Yeah. It's okay. Don't worry about it. So hopefully, again, nobody else is hearing anybody in Discord, because I do have it turned off as a channel here in OBS temporarily. But we're going to be playing with... I think small is fine. I mean, it's very silly, but it will make the game fast. As long as you guys are all cool with that, then... Yeah. That's the way small is. It is hilariously small. But we're going to be playing here with barbarians. We're going to be playing speed demons, so we're going to be bringing mount masters, as we highlighted in the thumbnail. I think that the mount masters plus tough combination is just really, really powerful when it comes to early game clearing, but also it's just a really powerful tool when it comes to the mid game. Like the number of... Oh, wait a second. We're going to be not hosting. We're going to be joining. And we can actually talk through our build while we wait for everybody else to ready up and find their stuff. So, what are we playing here today? We're going to be playing with these aggressive Sirons. So we are playing with, going to be using the Tome of Zeal. I think that Tome of Zeal generically is very powerful right now, because it does give you access to spirit damage. The power of Zeal is just really, really pushed out right now, and especially in regards to utilizing barbarians, because we have just like really powerful physical attackers as like in the form of our warriors, but also in the form of our sunderers. I think this is going to give us the tools we need to clear early game into the Umbral Abyss. And then of course, because we're playing with the Eldritch Sovereign, our Sovereign is going to have the way to deal damage on the strategic layer through our Phantasmal Ritual, which means that we don't even necessarily have to play with Tome of Evocation in order to do strategic level damage, which is a very, very powerful tool to have access to for anybody. And yeah, that should be right. And that's good. Right now we're just checking all of our settings just to make sure everything is right, so we don't start again with the wrong stuff. Auto combat, always ask. I think everything looks right on settings as far as I can tell. Oh. Oh. My ruler is still listed as regular. So apparently there's a zombie here had selected something, and then it actually defaulted him back to a random ruler, so there might be some sort of bug here. Yeah, that if he clicked something... Check your dude. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can unmute Discord and see if we can filter everyone back in, and then turn them back off whenever we jump in the game, because I know every time we start a game that they go crazy. So if you can, now hopefully you can start hearing Winslaya and everybody. The AI takeover won't matter because you
anyways, right?
Yeah, you autoing them anyways, so it doesn't
matter.
Yeah,
agree.
In most cases, yes, but if you protect your vassal, you won't control them.
Have you seen this work? Is it stable?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I've only seen it not work once, so it's probably fine. I think
this is the content that you guys are definitely here for. Is just watching us set up a game. But we're going to be playing, of course, in addition to using Mount Masters and
hello,
we're also going to be bringing along the quick reflexes. So ultimately, when it came to the selection of our last tool, when it came to our traits, I went back and forth on quick reflexes versus bulwark. I do think that bulwark is a very powerful tool, but we've we've used it already in relative, recent history. And I do think that quick reflexes on a map like this is actually going to be pretty useful. What's up? So we, in addition to our normal crew here, with Zombie and Garacian and Winslaya, we also have Jin, who has been with us through, some of the skirmishes, and then we also have Nemki, who is available on Twitch. It all looks good on my side. Go for it. Yeah, it was still showing the art for my dude. I assume it was like literally flipping you into like just a question mark zombie. Yeah, no, that was not. I was seeing the art, so hopefully that means it didn't do something silly. All right. But the plan here is going to be to just use Barbarians and Ritual of Alacrity to get a lot of experience points really, really quickly, get ourselves growing into Eldritch Influence, and then Crazy. Ooh. I mean, this isn't bad. Yeah, I think this is fine. Oh. Okay, so there's an Umbral Abyss there, and we're just like looking around to see what we can actually clear. You can die into the Umbral Abyss turn 1, yes. Okay, so what our plan here in regards to progress is that we're going to be trying to run just in time. You're back, Anthony? Okay, Anthony, you're our first scientist. So right now I have figured out with Zombie's help the ability to mute Discord. Can you hear everybody else screaming in the background? Because if you can't, then I think we just silver bulleted it. I think we finally have a solution for multiplayer that allows me to mute everyone when they're like going wild at the beginning of a stream. But we just are gonna do a little bit of clearing initially, and then we'll see where we actually are in the large map. We're gonna enjoy independence for now on that free city. Where was that free city? Oh, it's right there. No, yeah, it's right there. Okay, excellent. So I think we did finally get the solution done then. So we will be muting Discord like more often than not. But if there's a conversation that's important, I think I'll unmute everything. But it does mean that good. Yeah, it's much better. I unfortunately I still hear everybody, which is good for communication, but also just like it means that I don't actually know when it's on or off. But good. This is. I hope we'll make for a much better listening experience, because it is insane when 4 people are speaking at once. What's going on? Are you guys alright? Okay, cool. Yeah, me too. I was just like introducing the map, and also the fact that Zombie, I want to kiss you on your mouth, because like it does work. I can't. Apparently when I mute Discord now in OBS, it actually works. So it's not 15 people screaming at once. It's just 2. It's so much better. Oh my god, I'm just awful at OBS. That's really just what it boils down to. All right, so what mechanics are in this game that a casual player won't even know exists? I'm not certain. So the first thing that you probably are doing that you're not doing enough of is building outposts. Outposts are not just for the purposes of expanding and getting extra cities. They give you special powers, like here with barbarians, for instance. An outpost is going to give us a way for us to heal, and I think that is exactly what we're going to be trying to do. What's up? So here, of course, we're just going to take this fight against double hunter spiders. It is, of course, dangerous, but because we're on Scions of Evil and Runesmiths, we have silver rank warriors right out the gate, which is just a really great tool for barbarians. Warriors, I think, are probably like the best single tier 1 unit in the game right now. Oh, good. Good. All right, so I think the early game insanity has worn off and everyone has cooled. Oh, wait, nope, maybe not. We're starting to argue again. All right, we'll start with what? Wait, are we arguing about who's declaring war on what right now? Are you guys already fighting? Good. Oh. Oh, okay. There we go. Alright. Now the question is whether or not this is actually gonna... Wait a second. Alright, so now I gotta see if this is actually gonna work. Because we've broken into, like, different chats. I think the way Zombie helped me set up Discord means you guys are still muted on OBS. But Zombie, say some stuff so you can confirm this. Yeah, you can just say some stuff, like, what's your favorite lunch? Can you guys hear Zombie? Yes. Don't start this again. I think you got it. I think you got it, Zombie. I think you fixed everything. If I had $1, I would send it your way. All right, so the first thing beyond, of course, like, just make sure that you're getting outposts down, which I think, you know what, actually, let's just make this outpost here, actually, and that gives us another option for Ritual of Alacrity. We just want to get as many outposts as we can as quickly as we can to support our ability to keep taking fights, heal after the fights, and move around. I'm very excited, because it really did make oh, and Walker, every single time, you gotta remember, you can use your Whispering Stone. I know you don't want to, but you can. Alright, so who's guys, yeah, who wants to take Stelgardus? Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm not putting a Whispering Stone there. There is what appears to be a larger free city under the earth, like pretty close to my capital, so I might go ahead and just chuck a Whispering Stone there once I find it. So the gold cost for outposts is a reasonable problem, but because of the extra healing it gives you, the extra movement it gives you, you actually typically should get more value back from building an outpost, utilizing it quickly, and then if it ends up being in a weird location where it isn't actually like economical to leave it long term, then you just delete it. Like, that's fine. There's no shame in building an outpost, using it for 5 turns, and then getting rid of it, because you're probably going to get more than 100 gold worth of value out of it, right? If the outpost, especially playing as barbarians or somebody like that, if you're able to heal 2 units enough that they don't die, that 100 gold is actually like a discount, and it keeps those units on the board collecting experience points. So outposts are just, and yeah, like using the heroes, yeah, it's like there's lots of ways to manipulate morale, Cinderheart. That's one of the most beautiful things, is that it's like flanking attacks reduce morale. If they attack you with a fumble, it reduces their morale. If you attack them with a crit, it reduces their morale. So there's just like so many different tools when it comes to doing morale manipulation, that you don't have to think of it as being purely, I'm going to go in on one thing. Alright, so there is indeed a tier 2 under the earth right here. Okay, so guys, the tier 2 that's under the earth is good aligned, and I'm currently on Scions of Evil, so I'm either going to conquer it, or if it's one of your cities, if you guys want to go ahead and stone it, that's fine too. I don't really have an outpost that I can build down here, like, productively anyway, so if you guys want the land, then go crazy. Yeah, you definitely want to, like, take some infestations with, like, there you're playing, you're purple, right, Nimki? So you probably can take that fight with, without your archer, I would guess, and then you'd concentrate EXP faster, which is generally better. I think generally for feudal you're gonna have, so you can start on big production, and then if your ruler dies you can actually take production on a different hero while your ruler's in the void, and then it'll move production off of your capital into the universe, which is generally better. Unless they fix that bug, but we're gonna have so much extra food because we're playing on faster that I don't think you need the food on capital. I think it's better to have food on the extra cities so they can actually get up to like a reasonable size ASAP. And like your capital is also starved for production too, because you want to build like so many things. You don't have to build wizard towers. Oh, because they were invisible. Then you might need to bring more in. Yeah, you can bring stuff in if you want. Okay, so we traded a warrior, but that's fine. We have enough options in terms of early game growth that one warrior is not going to set us back too far, especially because we might be able to get that guy into healing range. No, not this turn. Let's see if we can find any, just pick up food. Yeah, their auto fights, like sometimes it depends not just on like what the numbers say, but what the different types of units are. Like if you're fighting with a bunch of support units, like the Bannermen are good because they have like the spirit damage type, but Bannermen you kind of have to be on boarding or are just like not good for auto. Okay, well there's, yeah, you know what, actually, legit, whoever wants that city under the earth, it's theirs, because I just found another free city that's not under the earth, that I think is higher priority. Okay. Well, I was gonna, so Dawnspear, I was just gonna conquer Dawnspear directly. But if anybody wants the one that's under the earth, then go crazy. We're gonna go ahead and take Eldritch rituals here, because I personally am a big fan of the Eldritch Draft spell. I think that the power you get out of Mesmerizing Draft is just fantastic. Yeah, and staves, there are ways to make Bannermen work a little better. The biggest issue with them is that they just have extremely limited options when it comes to healing. Yeah, you'll lose things in autos that you're not used to losing because you are used to being able to manual things, but that's okay. Like, that's a feature. It's it means you have to, yeah. No. In this one, your economy needs to be designed in such a way that you can actually survive losing stuff, because you will. You will. Wait, there's a gold wonder near us? Where? Oh, yeah. Oh, there's 2 of them. There are 2 towers here. Oh my god, guys. They're so close. Like, this is actually a dangerous game for us to be in, because there's a non-zero chance that it's correct for us to just like auto stacks into that over and over again until we break through. I don't know if I want to do that, because that feels pretty cheesy, but that might be right. So we're gonna go ahead and use here the ritual for these bad boys. And then we will make progress adding, hopefully, another outpost out here. Yes, another outpost out here for even further ritualing. And if we can keep any of those silver tier warriors up and running, then that's going to be our goal. Oh, and of course, mesmerizing draft. Welcome to the party. So each cast of Mesmerizing Draft is going to save us literally hundreds of gold because of what it avoids in hurrying costs. So warriors, yeah, yep, because we're all allies permanently. So we haven't really discussed this on in terms of like, should we be using what? Were there any things that we were worried about banning here, Zombie, that Nemke might not be aware of? I don't think so. You were here yesterday, right? Okay. Yeah, we're still, like, kind of not sure on Insanity. I think it's... Oh, no. So Infernal Charges and Phase Beasts. Oh no. Is my audio quality coming back bad through, like, coming... Oh. Sorry, Zombie. That does happen. That's just the way I talk, Zombie. You should know this by now. So the Infernal Chargers and Phase Beasts, I think that the Phase Beasts in particular, unfortunately, are a lot worse these days because of their lack of survivability after phasing. I've just seen too many times somebody like phases away and then dies because it phases into a swarm of people. What's up? Yeah, I would just... Unless you have one on the surface, go to Isintor, because I am gonna directly conquer Dawnspear. Like that, it's my culture and it's in the same location and it's a tier 2, so I actually get the tier 2 town hall on it. So I'm definitely gonna be conquering that as basically as soon as I can, maybe in the next couple of turns, literally. Do it. But I think this is going to be a good fight for us. All right, actually, I'm going to go ahead and unmute the other players here. So hopefully now, if they start talking, you guys can hear them and there aren't as many things going crazy. Infernal Chargers, Hubert, I think mostly people just aren't using. Now, how much of that is going to change, given that the fire damage is actually a lot more useful on the current patch? I don't know. But like right now, I would not put Infernal Charges as particularly high. It really does depend. Like especially the more that we're playing with.
Who you're waiting on? Is that a thing?
Yeah, the players who have not finished are the ones who have a white dot on the bottom of their map.
Oh, okay.
Or their little guy. Wait, why is my border missing? Why can't I see my borders anymore? Oh no, what happened? Now I'm getting a weird visual bug.
Oh my god. Guys, I don't hear you at all. It's just random noises.
Oh no.
Really? Let me try.
I try restart my...
Go to the other channel and just announce yourself when you instantly join and just see if you
City
can hear
labels?
them.
Why is it not showing me?
I restart my...
Why is it not showing me my
Discord.
color?
Wait a second.
So wargs, I'm just generally a big fan of when it comes to early game clearing. I think that's a big deal. I'm actually gonna end my turn and then I'm gonna leave and pop back in if it doesn't reset the borders problem, because right now I don't see any borders on anything. All colored borders are gone. Oh my god. But I think Houndmasters in particular, we are on the watch list. I have borders off. What did I do wrong? Show me. Where did I screw this up? Is Control D to turn the
in this
borders
box.
on and off in this? Where is that? Interface, area banners, interface scale, hex grid, movement grid, borders, there we go. All. There it is. Where you want to go? Yeah, I see it. Sure, if you want to. So, what color? You're black? Oh, you're worried that if you just go there by yourself that there's going to be enemies nearby? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Soulkeep, or to Dawnspear to my north, and then to that like outpost to get vision, and then I'll probably start moving east. Although there is an Umbral Abyss like directly north of me that might be worth looking into. You should be able to, yeah. Like he has 2 supports, which is going to be like the biggest problem. Like that's not it's just that like supports are pretty bad for auto resolve if they don't have a front line, and Eldritch Sovereign isn't. Okay, yeah, once you get Phantasm Warriors online, then you're gonna be rocking and rolling. You should be totally fine then. But just only Bannermen can be pretty dangerous. Unfortunately, the archers and the pikemen are also pretty bad for feudal, and unlike the bannermen, who do get a lot better when they're on warding, there isn't really a great solution for either of those right now. Nope. Okay. So yeah, let's take some fights. Let's do some clearing here. I think these two can rock and roll together. You are just a fresh little newbie. 2. I think I might genuinely want to just get a little more experience points on this Snow Spirit, so we're going to pull that one back. So we're going to bring 5 units to this fight rather than the traditional 4. But it's going to make available Evil, which is great, and then of course it's going to hopefully keep our Lesser Snow Spirit alive a little bit longer. If we can get that one to stay with us all the way, then I'd like to. It's just a lot more useful to have an evolutionary summon that's really rocking and rolling. And I think that's probably healthy enough that with the inclusion of our War Shaman for healing, that I think this should be a safe fight for this Snow Spirit here. This is not a lot of units that they're going in against. Okay, losing the Sunderer is part of it's the cost of doing business. Too many. Steam says that I'm at like 1,300 hours right now. Like, just shameful amounts. Yeah. Yeah, we're at the point where if there were like a system for this is you guys need to go outside and touch some grass, we would have gotten that email a while ago. Yeah, me too. Although, like, they used to have that problem in, like, Baldur's Gate 2. Like, they would remind you every once in a while to eat. Some players are unaware of this, but you have to eat too, not just in real life. Alright, so we could potentially take out that Ritual Circle before we go back for Dawnspear, but given that we're going to get up to 200 Imperium and siege this down, I think we want to just start the siege next turn, right? Bounce here. actually. Wait a second. So most of the time you can afford to bring some of those tools, but you do need to respect your defensive scaling first, because all of the like fun this does X, Y, and Z kind of modifiers aren't as impactful if all of your units are dead. So Hubert, on wargs in particular, so let's actually take a look at some of these in here. Banning which one? Mage Pains? We're right now, Infectious Insanity is fine. I think that there are enough tools in actual multiplayer that Infectious Insanity is not a problem. It's sort of sketchy and skirmish with the units that we're playing with, but given that like Tome of Corruption absolutely clowns on that and is like one of the best tomes in the game, same with like Alchemy, I don't think it's gonna be a problem. Like I'm bringing Tome of Alchemy myself as just like a solution for it, and if you wanted to, you could have, but if you just want to play the game and learn that way, that's okay too. Yeah, I mean, if you want to send it to me after this, that's okay. Like the last player. So Winsley, there's a traditional joke in our group that Winsley is like the slowest player in tactical combat, and I'm usually the slowest player on strategic combat, but only usually. Sometimes Winsley outslows me on the strategic layer too. I usually have like 15 stacks with like one unit each, just kind of like wandering all over the board that I have to micro. And then I'm also usually just distracting myself by talking to everyone, including you guys and chat. So I'm usually pretty slow on strategic layer, but if I can make it so it's not Winsley is slower, that's a personal victory. We don't know, because I don't think we've played enough on small Team 6 Pangea to know what this map really looks like. This is a very, very strange combination of rules that we do not normally play on, but I think will be fun. Good. Yeah, that's the way the game is. Yeah. All right, so you don't have to take a Lord skill as sovereign, as feudal, yes. But so Houndmasters, I think if we can find ways to get tons and tons of here, yeah, a stack of 2 supports, for instance, is like the freest experience points you're ever gonna find. Like, yeah, you should be able to fight that pretty cleanly with most stacks. Yeah, Hubert. So wargs, I think, are just like a perfectly reasonable option when it comes to finding like a tier 2 killing momentum creature. Here, if we were playing with Tome of Beasts, for instance, then I actually might be happy just finding a warg for an early game fight. Oh, Jesus Christ. Zombie, do you already have Phantasm Ritual? Do you have Phantasm Ritual? Oh, dang it. There's a white wolf here that I want to fight, but doing so will be really greedy. I'm gonna do it anyway, because like you can't stop me. But this is gonna be a greedy fight. Yeah, you know my real dad. And this will be fine. I got a lot of units here. Some of them will die. Oh my god, none of them died! Oh, hell yeah. So wargs, I think, are, with my experience of them, I think that's the best of those group of monsters, Hubert. But it really does depend on how much we can do to juice the hounds, because apparently you can get ranks on the hounds through the Houndmasters if you're careful about what sort of tools you have. So if you can consistently get to the point where you have like higher tier Oh man, we're one tile short of sieging down Dawnspear this turn. Yeah, we're basically only using Mount Masters for the map movement, but like that's the way that you use Mount Masters. Like you're not getting the same amount of HP, but given that you're getting enormous amounts of HP out of the game for just like leveling up and not dying, I think that like tough is meaningfully better than like any of the extra HP that you get off of exotic. Now, Inferno Hounds in particular, I think are going to be difficult to like evaluate because we don't have great information. Oh, let's see actually how hard is this fight going to be. This is triple Furies, so if we just bring like demolish walls, then we should be able to kill this without needing to cast that. Yeah, I think that's the plan. So let's go ahead and take Madcaster, and then I think I'm gonna take Desperate Anguish, just so that we can save on Phantasm Ritual for later. And sure, we'll take Camouflage Band, whatever. But I think that Inferno Hounds, because they do fire damage, if you're playing with the Umbral Abyss, they might be better. It's just that the Inferno Hounds have a particular problem where, because they are attached to an evolutionary unit that starts at tier 1 and evolves into a tier 2, if you're evolving an Inferno Hound, I think you're going to be really mad at it, because it's just not going to scale like particularly well. It's actually going to like almost go down in combat efficacy until it gets some ranks below under its belt, which is really just not what you want to be doing. So I think that the out of those Inferno Hounds, I think are probably still the worst, but it does depend. Like if the fire damage lets them do a lot of work in the Umbral Abyss, which we'll see, and you can get them as straight hounds rather than as pups, then I think that there's some value to playing around with them. Do I want to waste a Thrall on anything here? I mean, we do still have plenty of draft. And we could even just preserve the mana and not chuck in a Zealot, but I think just an extra Zealot is good to have as queued. We might not even necessarily drop it down here, but rather use it to like run off and activate a small monster den fight or something like that. But that's a useful tool to have in your back pocket. Oh. What's wrong? Oh, you're clearing down here in the Ritual Circle? Yeah, that's a beefy Ritual Circle stack. Do you have any strategic level damage? I don't know about if they need to keep their EXP or rank, but they need something. Like, I think especially the tier 1 to tier 2 evolutionary units, they need to be overhauled entirely. Like, if Peasant Pikemen just evolved into Knights, they would just be a lot better. Like, a lot better. And I don't even think that would necessarily break the game, considering how rough Feudal is right now. But I think our plan here is going to be clear Dawnspear, take this out. Maybe we don't even take that small monster den out if it's that far away, because I might want to just start moving east into this. And there's infestations here and stuff out on the water somewhere, so maybe we could use our scout to like add an outpost here on this gold vein. That's not unreasonable. We just want to get spaces down on the board that we can ritual on. Because this one, for instance, this outpost does literally nothing for us except it blocks this free city from expanding onto the surface. So that's check 1. And then check 2 is that we probably are going to end up with enough units at some point that we can use them to start clearing the water, and then having a ritual outpost nearby to clear that water is going to be really helpful. Yeah, if they evolved in, like, keeping EXP ranks is definitely one way to do it. Your Young Slither being a downgrade once it evolves is probably a consequence of just like the enchantments that you have, because like obviously the Tome of Evolution, which gives you the slithers, also gives you some pretty powerful tools for those sort of evolutionary units. The new tomes, Tome of Corruption is arguably one of the best, if not the best, tome in the game right now. It's kind of a problem, honestly, how good it is. It has not only that really powerful, like, buff to debuff spell, but it also has a really great transformation, and then it just gives you access to, like, basically all of the tools you need to survive in the Umbral Abyss in case you're going there. So it's very good. It's very, very good. The other two are a little sketchier. It kind of depends on what you're trying to do with them. The Tome of Cleansing Flame, unfortunately, the tag for mind control and domination still has the tag that makes it unclearable. So even if there is something that says that not friendly units can be cleansed of debuffs, and it does work on that. Did everything in the Tome of Corruption, but I think let me finish this like lock these turns in. But I think the best two are the tactical spell and the transformation. But I don't think there's really any part of the Tome of Corruption that isn't at least worth researching. Some of them are definitely more exciting than others, but I don't think there are any parts that I'm unhappy picking up. Yeah, Cleansing Flames I just don't think is... That's the short answer, is that I don't think Cleansing Flames or Tentacles are in the same boat. Like, Tentacles at least is pretty good in terms of its affinities, but Cleansing Flames, although it is available with, like, relatively easy affinities, I just don't think it's good. Did you found somebody? Yeah, it just doesn't, if it worked on domination or so if it maybe Hubert, the problem with Tome of Horde is that it doesn't actually like solve the problems of fighting with low tier units at all. It makes low tier units stronger, but the problems of fighting with low tier units are largely one that revolves around status resistance and like control, like CC effects. And so, like, broadly speaking, Tentacles has some other stuff too. I would say that Tentacles is definitely playable. I'm not 100% sure on Cleansing Flames right now, because I haven't had an opportunity to play around with a tier 4. If the tier 4 is really good, then I think that there's an opportunity for it to kick butt there, but it has to be good for me to be interested in that tome, because everything else on that tome is pretty underwhelming. But there are other things on Tentacles that I think are pretty solid. Like, I haven't done it yet, but playing with a provoke great weapon using the tentacle ability just cannot possibly be bad. It just, like, there's no way, there's no universe in which that you could convince me that that's not going to be good for auto resolves as well as manuals. You just have to be careful as to like what you bring. I guess we could send somebody in to scout into the Abyss. Yeah, we have enough tier 1 Silver Shield Warriors. You can take some damage. I don't really care. Go out there and tell me what's down there. Show us what's what. And then we're gonna bring probably not you. Maybe the Zealot just goes out here to scout. And then we'll probably just take this 5 with these guys. Yeah, we'll take that with those guys. Yeah, no, I'm not super excited about that aspect of the Tome of the Tentacle, so let's open this up right here. So, first one's first, let's talk a little bit about the Tome of Corruption. Oh, sure. So, you're purple, right? That's okay. My curse has wandered onto you. So, the first thing that you probably want to do, Nemki, is actually just conquer Severford. Like, rather than being super concerned about an outpost, I would just conquer that city. Because conquering a free city that has... You could vassalize it, but you just get a lot more value out of taking out cities unless they're far away. Now, that one doesn't have walls, so when you engage it, you have to be careful. Make sure that any of the support stacks they have on the outside aren't going to be reinforcing, because they naturally will when there are no walls. But as long as you're careful about that engagement, I think you can clear it. Yeah, if it takes you a turn or two to get over there, that's not a problem. But I think that you should just be conquering and absorbing that city. If it takes you 3 turns, it takes you 3 turns. Yeah. Yeah, if you can get to level 4 before that fight, that's ideal. So that way you have access to a signature skill. So, where were we? Tome of Corruption. Tome of Corruption. So I think the best stuff here is like the Gloomstrider transmutation, giving you access to the Umbral Demon type, because Curse Eater is just so good. But then Corrupted Boon is just like a fantastic tool against Mistlings. Sorry, what was... I couldn't hear you there. Individual cities, don't worry too much about the growth there, because your growth should come from conquering stuff on the map. That's, like, killing things is almost always faster when it comes to economic growth than building things. And speaking of, now we have a blacksmith. So we're gonna do some silly stuff with our warriors here in just a moment. Mistlings, I think that overall, because of the power of Tome of Corruption and its ability to just like delete buffs, I expect Mistlings to not necessarily disappear from meta, but like they're a lot worse. They're a lot worse, and that's kind of inarguable. Yeah, this is okay. Wait, why do you say, oh, it's next turn that they're gonna drop down. We could use Enthrall, but like, I think that the people have like gone crazy over Dark Ritual knowledge, but like, honestly, I don't think that that's the best way to leverage Thralls right now with what we have. I think that we're gonna get a lot more out of just getting some more warriors onto this board. They're just really efficient units, and by clearing stuff, we'll get a lot of economy that hopefully will lead into more knowledge later. Alright, so I'm starting to explore the Umbral Abyss nearby. So far, I'm not seeing anything. Do you guys have any Abyss stuff nearby that you're starting to check out? Yeah, like, wargs, I think, actually, we used them in one game where we were playing around with, like, Tome of Beasts and Chosen Destroyers and Dragons in, like, on the last patch, and it was actually pretty good there. Like, we got a lot of killing momentum procs on wargs. They're just fast and efficient. Okay, I definitely see an enemy out here, because I see a blinking little dude. I'm going to assume that this is a scout. It is a scout. Alright, it's a Garasian scout, and it's specifically an observer, so it's non-vital. So I'm just gonna go pop over there and tell them I'm killing his observer. Alright, Garasian, I'm gonna go kill your observer because it's a non-vital unit. Do you wanna auto this? It can't defend itself in combat. You have no movement points on it. Our scouts ran into each other. Yeah. Deal. First blood. Yes! And that's the valuable 0-1 experience point for my Pathfinder. My scout's gonna kill you. Alright. It's been good. Alright, dope. I just took out one of Garasian's little balloons. So let's see. I think given that there's our brigand camp up there. Yeah, he's Reavers. That's gonna. I mean, the mage locks look a lot scarier in manual combats, and I think have a lot of tools that mean that they probably are a lot more terrifying in autos as well. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and do another mesmerizing draft. Like. You can't hear any of us at all, zombie? Yeah, that maybe I just like I don't. Why don't we try to troubleshoot that after the stream unless Zombie is having an emotional breakdown? Zombie, can you hear me? Zombie? Zombie? Oh no. Alright. Wait, maybe, what if we leave and jump back in? Alright. And... oh yeah, move to 3. Alright, is this better? Yeah, the mage lock on hero in particular is just like a very powerful tool. Okay, so our turn is done, so we can actually get back to answering the question thing. I don't know about Eldritch Sovereigns. Probably they have a lot of really powerful tools. But we have sort of an open question here on Gloomstrider. So Gloomstrider, because this has the Curse Eater ability, this is like one of the best tools when it comes to fighting against like single target really powerful status effects like stuns or insanities or frozens. Just a really powerful tool across the board. We are going to be going into this, so we're going to lose our mounts, which is why I'm kind of happy taking a 1 point mount rather than a 3 point mount. And then, you know, like the investment there is pretty limited. But I think if I had to guess, then I would say yes. I would guess that Eldritch Sovereigns are probably the best rulers right now. Corrupted, yeah, he came. The scout was coming from the east, like from from Minas Tirith. It was coming from Minas Tirith, and my little buddy just ran into him. But he might be under the earth. That's also possible. Nope, he's not. He's not underground. He's light-footed, sharp-eyed, and keen-sighted. So he's running like, I think, default avians there, right? Yeah, Umbral Mistress is really good. There's a lot of tools in the Tome of Corruption that are just crazy powerful right now. This should be an easy fight. You guys cannot lose that much in this. Oh, maybe we should actually bring... The Abyss has like really special pickups that are crazy powerful, and so it's worth it to start looking around in there if you can send somebody in. So extra draft, we're just gonna get so much draft. So much draft. Oh my god. Your game's laggy? Oh no. Was there... Great, that's exactly who we wanted to lose. A unit that we just freshly recruited. We're gonna go ahead and absorb here, so that way we're at our second free city. And I guess because... Alright, so guys, there is to my north a small monster den and another Umbral Abyss that I could start clearing. I'm kind of inclined to lean towards that, and then that would mean ignoring sort of like the real world for a little bit. Do you guys feel safe doing that, or do you want me to clear a little bit more on the prime material plane first? Yeah, okay. I'm not worried about my guys. If I send my guys in there and they all get autoed and die, then that's my problem. I'm checking with how you all feel about this. I'm not having any lag right now, and Zombie is the one hosting, right? Yeah. So good. Yeah, that happens. Yeah, I'm not having any problem. All right. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and just send these warriors, let them do their job, which is autoing off into oblivion. We're gonna lose a lot of them in this fight here, but because we're just getting like 2 of them per turn right now, I don't really care. They like we can effectively auto away as many like gold warriors as we want to, because if we end up with some champion and legend ranks by the end of it, it'll be a really big power spike for us. And then anything else? I'm still holding the Summon Zealot. I think here we can actually afford to wait to see if we can get up to Dark Ritual, or to Dark Knowledge, because I think we're going to get a lot of fights here in pretty quick succession that might get us there. And, you know, actually, if there's space for another outpost here, we might use this as a 3rd city, even if it's like crammed into an incredibly small space, because at least it can go underground, and if we have to do excavation to make it work, then I'd rather do that than sit on 300 Imperium here for a long time. How do we have 300 Imperium? Where the heck did I get all that from? Where did you get all that from, Walker? What did you clear? You must have cleared something that you... Yeah, it depends on what units are defending. Like, if you're going for Severford, just don't even try to be worried about like maximizing EXP. Just minimize losses on easy fights, maximize EXP. On complex losses, minimize losses, or complex fights, minimize losses. Yeah, if you had those 2 units, it wouldn't be a problem. You can scout with just 1. Like, you don't have to send 2 together, because we don't have... Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So we have 3 turns left on that. So if we can clear this, then we actually get a big chunk of mana from that, which I don't hate. And there's a big chunk of mana, and there's a big chunk of mana. What? Oh, you found one of the players? Oh, sick. Oh, yeah, there he is. He's level 2. All right. Good scouting, zombie. All right, so let's see if we can take out that small monster den. I think that is going to be our best bet here, and I think we are going to turn that into our outpost, so that we can control easy access into that underground if it turns up to matter. How do you not have movement to get in range? That's not possible. Believe in yourself, for that's the place to start. I said hey. God. Gortusk Matriarch, I think, is one of the best summon things that you can get early on because of its ability to consume corpses. It's just really, really useful. I think this is going to be painful because of the gloom cost, but I think we do want to take this fight anyway. But yeah, Gortusk Matriarch is it's one of the reasons why I like, if you're going to be playing with Tome of Beasts, I generally think you want to play on Arctic adaptation if you can find one free point, because it is a lot of value that you can get there. Yeah, you're not going to get into range with those guys, so we can just take this with extra spill on for that warrior. And this is, I mean, this is not a complicated enough fight that I actually think we'll lose anything, but because we are standing on gloom, I want to minimize damage on our ruler. But yeah, Gortusk Matriarch, because it has the corpse consumption ability, it has just like a lot of flexibility and power when it comes to like manual fights against players. So it's also like a really good thing to find on your summon if you happen to pick that up. Got a Lance of the Whirlwind. Do you have any other way to get another hero here? I don't think so. The game is going, Cosmic. So we're doing a team group, we are me, Zombie, and Nemki are on a team. Nemki being from like Twitch, he's pretty new to the multiplayer scene, but he was really excited to play with us, and I think he's gonna do a really good job here. He only has like 100 hours in the game though, so he's playing with us. And then we have Garacian, Winslaya, and Gian on the other team, and I suspect that that'll probably create some interesting gameplay, because we're also playing on a small map. We're not just playing on like just 6 players. This is 6 players small, and 6 players small is going to be really, really insane. Boy, we need to get some cash here, so we need to maybe burn something down. Is there going to be some gold under this? I don't know if there's going to be some gold under this. You can't manual combat as an observer. So wargs in PvP, like you're probably not going to use them most of the time, because like you're not going to be on beasts an awful lot of time, but it's still useful to have. It just kind of depends on what your meta looks like for your group. Okay, actually these guys are going to be strong enough to start clearing these on their own. We don't need a hero nearby, so you guys go here. Oh heck yeah! All right. I guess we are going to just like raw build a vendor here for cash, because our cash economy is going to be really strapped until we can kill a couple of things. We might also end up going onto the ocean, because this is a great place to get some extra money too. You know what, Walker? You sold me on the ocean. Let's go check that water out. Yeah, there's some cash out here. Fanatical workforce doesn't really do anything. You don't have any gold though. That is an important part of our calculation here. There's a free banner. We'll take some extra draft, even if we aren't necessarily drafting, and then I guess we'll go see what's guarding this discarded chitin. It's slowly killing this warrior to be wandering around in the Umbral Abyss, but I don't care. That's the Umbral Abyss's problem. Yes, definitely. You might lose some of that crap, but that doesn't matter. It's just units. Wonders typically are the trees or the sepulcher of golden stuff, because there you have the curse. There are also some wonders that you can clear literally for free without combat. I don't remember all of them, but like there's a video on it. Winsley did it. Yeah, so the Forbidden Shrine, don't try to auto that for a little while. Like the right thing to do is, if you have an easy way to move a hero onto it and then explore it just to see how dangerous it is, that's much better than just saying this is too dangerous, I won't even bother. Because sometimes it can roll easier fights than others, but most of the time Forbidden Shrine will have scary stuff in there that'll kill you. Like if it rolls Balors, then you really should not be fighting that early. Yeah, let's go ahead and take this fight as this. Is that enough? Or should we bring this extra warrior just for... Are we gonna hit level 5 either way? We'll hit level 5 either way. That's usually a pretty good break point for me. If you're costing yourself levels, then it's not worth it. But if you're not, then go indiscriminately crazy. Somebody's taking a fight right now, I can tell. No, or fancy snow spirit, but that's okay. I think the evolutionary summons are useful, but not necessary in order to have a reasonable time here. Is it worth it for us to drop this outpost to pick this one instead? I think it actually genuinely might be. It costs us a really fast ritual here, but I think that's probably worth it for the turn. We just need cash, and this should get us there. The AI has some issues with some different unit types. Like broadly speaking, there's just Skirmishers can be really good. It depends on how much frontline support you have, but if you don't have frontline support, it kind of doesn't matter what you're using. You're gonna have problems with your dudes dying pretty badly. Let's see. Was there anything you're still looking for in terms? Yeah, we want Inspiring Chant, but we can just take Brutal Mark right now and then immediately unlock our second tier 2. And then we'll come back for Inspiring Chant later. I think that's fine. Alright, so we are going to be going with Tome of Alchemy here, just so we have a little bit of anti-CC stuff. So this is like the great debate. Is it better to go into Tome of the Horde, therefore maximize the damage of the warriors that we're going to be utilizing, or into Tome of Alchemy, and therefore maximize their ability to resist CC? I think that generally speaking, resisting CC is better. Of course, we're not going to be taking Afflictors or Miasma here, because I think that generally those are the worst half of the package there. Big God. Cosmic Love. You just took Garacian because you knew he'd be the most fun teammate. How dare you? Oh, thank you. Let's see. I think this is where we're looking at casting the Dark Knowledge ritual. Yeah. You're just bye, Winsaya. So right now my cash economy is kind of strapped, so I'm also considering going onto the water just to pick stuff up, because there is a lot of cash out there too. Unless you guys are planning on doing rapid clearing there. Yeah.
What?
So my gold income right now is plus 26 per turn, which is like, I don't really care that much about income though, because so much of your economy should not be coming from income, but rather from just fighting things. That like income is just kind of like it's not as nearly as useful a denominator as can you do the things that you need to be able to do right now. And right now I don't have enough cash to be able to do that. But beyond ability to accomplish goal, I don't think it really matters how much cash your income actually is. Yeah, I think what we're gonna go ahead and do is actually take this. I like them too. They're gonna be fun. I like these are not the jumping beetles. They're just like the regular ones. But I like that they did a good job of like, you know, making them look different enough that you can use them without hopefully tricking people. I wanted to try out Mount Masters because I think that like generically it was pretty bad until potentially recently. But I think that the options here are actually pretty good for being able to use it. Like you can pair it with tough and then create like a synthetic exotic mount where instead of the exotic mounts giving you just a bunch of base HP, because now you're getting a bunch of base HP from just gaining levels, you get like a bunch of physical defense, which overwhelms the problem of like polearms just doing a bunch of extra damage to everyone. I think a little better than plus 10 or plus 15 HP in fewer models does. And it scales better on heroes too, because the tough actually sticks around, whereas the mount is entirely dependent on whether or not you're still using the mount in question. The mounts are still good. I still like them, but like I think that they do drop off as the game goes on. Yeah, you can find them. You also can find abilities that make it so that you just can't use mounts. Like the Umbral Demon transformation is really strong and disables your mount slot entirely. Same with Naga transformation. Oh, good. I found an Astral Dew, so we're turning into maybe being able to use Cosmoflux. Oh, you actually already have an Astral Dew yourself if you can take Severford. No, we would need to, like, trade resources to each other, but if you have 2/3 of the pieces for Cosmoflux and I have 1/3, then I'm happy to give it to you. It's better for our team. Yeah, the conduits are gonna do a lot, but like, you know, if you just kill things standing on conduits, you get a bunch of mana for just killing them. There's also like a little stack of mana like directly southwest of Darkfold. I don't know if you noticed that one. Darkfold, yeah, like your capital. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
We actually might be able to take this fight next turn and still be able to pick up the mana from it because we have a Zealot and 3 warriors nearby, and all 3 of them are elites. Oh yeah. Yep. It looks like their entire team is on the eastern side of the map, that there is a big open space in the middle that unfortunately / fortunately Zombie is kind of in. So he's aggressively placed so that we can take control of territory, but he is aggressively placed so that the other team can take it back. I mean, alignment sort of matters in that it gives you access to different pools of events and stuff, but unless you're going for a particular alignment strategy, you're mostly just doing evil things because you get economy from it.
What?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna go here. And then this should be a good fight. Oh, because of they spawned an attack stack. So the attack stack is going to prioritize clearing your own dudes if your dudes are in their territory. So rather than going in on that 8, just no, like provoke them. Like go kill that stack of 3 archers and 2 pikemen. If you just like go into their territory and kill that stuff, those 3 dudes that are kind of standing around will be like, oh, my friends, like go avenge my friends, and then they'll go suicide onto your stacks, and then you can turn around and attack Severford next turn and clear out a lot of extra things this turn if you have the... No. If you attack the 3 stack, that's also within reinforcement range because it has walls. What you attack, like, south of Severford, there's that iron mine that has triple archers, double pikemen. If you can get a stack together, which it looks like you can, that can take that fight without losing stuff, then you go take that fight, but outside of reinforcement range of the stuff inside of Severford. Then if you're inside Severford's borders, that NPC army of 3 that just spawned, the attack stack, will come to try to avenge their fallen comrades and save you the effort of fighting all of those stacks simultaneously. Then you could even provoke the... yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we have enough mana that I'm actually fine just leaving it on for these fights. And sure enough, we are getting some cash. Oh, the ocean. The ocean. You speak to me just like you speak to Mako in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Let's go get some wealth out here. I think that's the plan. Is this gonna be enough for us to take that fight? Maybe. Yeah. I think it's a pretty meaningful change coming from single player where you used to like auto resolve's not losing things, but like that's fine. That's part of the game. Losses are the right thing to do. It's just that like if you wanted to take the same build and do something similar to it, like Hideous Stench and Pack Tactics are both aggressive oriented. You need something that's going to give you defense when it comes to auto resolve. You don't have to exclusively use defensive things, but you need some defensive things because the AI just does better when the units don't die. Yeah. Yeah, it's a completely different game. Yeah. It's part of the challenge. It's part of the challenge. I love doing it in single player as well, honestly. I think that especially like you're only at 100 hours right now, but like I am notoriously awful at manual combats. Like most of my strength in our multiplayer games comes from the fact that I'm pretty good on the strategic layer most of the time, but I'm just like bad at manuals. But I still have a very easy time like running all over the manual combat AI because it just doesn't understand how to use like half of the tools that are in the game. That's like hyperbole, but it really is like a third of the tools that it literally doesn't understand how to use at all. And so we'll just like behave entirely randomly, which is some mana. How much do you need? Any amount. Yeah. What color are you? You're the skull guy? I can probably send you like 40. Like I have a bank, but it's all negative. Oh wait a second. Why is because I clicked end turn. That's why I can't send things, Walker. Because I actually finished my turn almost first. I did it. Like the one directly underneath me? Oh. I mean, he might be pouring Imperium in, but if he is, that's a dangerous game to play, because that Isintur, if it's still there, like, there's a non-zero chance that it's correct for us to just go conquer it. And that's just, like... It's impossible for him to defend that. Yeah, there might be an abyssal... Yeah, that might be exactly it. There might be an abyssal thing, like, back here that he went through to get over there. Well, I gave you as much as I could, zombie. I need some for my stuff, too. Yes, Blue Saturday. Something feels wrong. An Eldritch God whose mind is beyond our comprehension. Please, 40 mana. I'll do anything for 40. I mean, honestly, our mana economy is going to be a little better once we get this Astral Dew online. But I think this city is necessary for our economy to really work. And so it's unfortunate that that's delaying our Umbral Abyss exploration, but I do think that I need to do that from a responsible economy standpoint. Occasionally, you will see me do things that are responsible. It does sometimes happen. I apologize for it. I hope to minimize it, but it does sometimes happen. They didn't come down to attack you? They just stood in front of it? Oh my god, they just stood in front of it. That's wild. And that stack hasn't been there the entire time, right? Like, that's a new attack stack. That's insane. They usually don't do that. Like, move... Alright, so do you see how reinforcement works out of Severford? Like, if you click on the central dude, and then you click the swords icon, it'll show where it reinforces out to. It's 3 hexes out from the center of it. So if you were to stand on, like, the conduit that's directly next to the 3, then it wouldn't be inside reinforcement range and would be close enough that that attack stack really ought to attack you. If it doesn't, I like, do you have what tome are you on right now? So, which ones does that give you? He's attacking you? Are we about to get a manual right now? Yeah, he doesn't... I don't think he has enough movement to get to you. But yeah, his army is in much better health, and he's a higher level ruler, so yeah, that's scary. No, that used to be a big part of the game, but they made it so now you can only summon, in certain areas. I think I'm okay just taking you out to sea for a little bit, like 1 or 2 fights to get up to gold, and then popping back for that outpost. I think that's what we want to do. Yeah. Oh, baby, yes. Every time. You can't make me not take mana. You're not my real dad. I love mana. Alright, yeah, let's go this way and see what's actually guarding this. They cleared an abyss already? Yes, and we have haste berries, so we actually can get our 4th city pretty quickly if we want. There's a fishing ground, there's a pearl reef. Yeah, this is why they need to give Baddock permission to just add the pings to the game. It's insane. What's it near? Oh, you already cleared some? Okay. Yeah, I think now we're ready. We have an actual economy with growing stuff, and we have a tier 2, so that now our economy is actually operational. That means we can go ahead and drop in. I think probably we still want to go with the wizard tower immediately, but we're gonna want to get an alchemist lab and a wizard tower, or an item forge ASAP. Dawn spear. I suppose we need more mana income right now, which suggests that we should pick up either forester here. Maybe just go straight into a research post. There's also a potential for grabbing this as a quarry. Let's grab that as a quarry. Yes, if you have... Oh, the affinity heroes... Yeah. I mean, those aren't bad. That Friend of Ogres is powerful but really expensive. You need a lot of draft and a lot of gold to leverage it, but the Ogres are actually pretty good units traditionally. I don't know how much that changes in the universe where they presumably need... I'm assuming that we need the higher tier town halls in order to recruit them. If they don't, then they're busted, but they are very expensive regardless. This is absurd. Oh, it's the same turn. Okay. Yeah, if they haven't attacked you by next turn, then they're not going to. In which case, you're just gonna have to come up with a way to fight all of those units at once. Like, do you have any enchantments or anything like that? How bad is your mana? Gotcha. There. Okay. Yeah, that's where everybody is right now. Everyone's just trying to get gold for hero. Oh, he's going on the Great Bird Nest. Did he take it? Okay, good. What? Did he... No. Oh. I think Zombie... I gotta roll with Winslaya. I think that's true, but it's still sort of like I think that we should respect each other's abilities to reinforce those things. I think it's fair to declare those attacks, because if you did, those units would die. Listen, it's tricky. It's tricky because this is something where, like, you're also kind of being in two locations at the same time, which is also something we want to discourage, right? We don't want people to pretend like a unit's in both places, but I do think that Winslaya, if you want to revert it, I think that's fair. I don't think that that's behavior that we should be trying to encourage. It's only 50 gold, so, like, I don't think it really matters, actually, but I think that that's not... I don't think that's correct, yeah. Communicate. That's also true. I'm not gonna bring this guy here. You don't need a zealot with experience points. Are champions more competitive with tier 1 changes? I think that broadly speaking, no. Okay, Discord is still muted. Oops. Discord was supposed to be unmuted at some point, but Winsley and Zombie are arguing right now, so I'm glad that we don't have to be a part of that. Champions, I think, broadly speaking, they don't affect the game enough, but I don't think that that's a long-term problem. I think that there's a chance that that won't be the case in the future. I think this is okay. We can just take this fight. If we lose one of these, we lose one of these, but yeah. Cool, we don't. Yes. Good. Let's see. Hey, how's it going, Alp? Yeah, so we are Alp. We are here in our game currently. Winsley and Zombie are arguing about something of pre-building outposts and moving on to them or not. It is true, unfortunately, that it can create like zones for abuse. Do we have that written somewhere? I think that was definitely correct for like built outposts in cities, especially where you can like build walls. This is pretty different. Given that, yeah, I think we probably should have that conversation after the stream, because I think that I actually kind of can see both sides, because I think that it feels lame and is not cool to have like fast clicking as a core part, but Zombie's right that it would cause issues with like if somebody wants to just like really spam nonsense, then they can. We don't usually play with those people, but yeah, we can have that argument afterwards. I think it is something we need to discuss. So far we're playing a team format, where like we're gonna be playing with on a small map with 6 players, so we are right next to each other right away, and that is the consequence of playing with small. It's gonna be a real big fight, but we're playing with the Umbral Abyss. So far economy has like kind of held together more or less. We are playing with barbarians and using Tome of Zeal, and now we're on to Tome of Alchemy. Yeah, I kind of feel like, yeah, I feel like we need to have that conversation after, because I see where you're coming from too, Zombie. I think that we want to create an area where people can't just abuse the map and the movement rules there. No, I mean, I didn't mean for you. I meant for them, for Winsley too. Like, that was not aimed exclusively at you. Yeah. Oh yeah, we are on 3 cities on turn 13. Oops. Whoops. We're just building stuff and doing barbarian things, but we're playing with an Eldritch Saffron, and we are up to level 6, so we're working on trying to get our casting and power together. But we're gonna have a lot of really high rank warriors. Discord is muted. Good. I'm gonna unmute them here, but I've made it such that hopefully in the future,
I don't know.
when we have everyone talking at the same time, that I can mute it.
2 heroes. Okay, well, I'll ask Winsley or Walker.
What's up?
2 heroes. If you come check out my stack by Severford,
Yeah.
Is that enough? The heroes just.
Okay, so you have 2 heroes. Let me send you a weapon. And then just swap it in for the bow. So, because you should not be using a tier 1 bow into that fight, but what you can do is walk the unit with, like, on its stupid mountain bow over there, and then drop in the weapon I'm going to send you. What color are you? There you are. You gotta end your turn, though, so I can send you stuff.
I don't know what to do.
Just click on the end turn button again. Boom.
Oh, I didn't know that was the thing.
I'm gonna loan you this.
Okay.
I want it back.
On On loan.
But you
Got it.
get to kill, and if your hero dies in that combat with the item equipped, don't worry about it. Just sell the hero and you'll get the item back.
Okay.
I still think military engineering is probably the right thing, but it is way worse. So yeah, like, don't equip that item this turn. Wait rather until next turn to move the dude out, because now you have 48 movement. But when you unequip everything and put the weapon on, because the weapon disables, mount, you'll go from 48 movement down to 32. So you move the dude first, then you switch everything over to the big power weapon for the big fight. If your dude survives, just send it back my way, and if he doesn't, then just sell him. But I think with that power weapon, I'd be honestly pretty surprised if your stack can't win that fight.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down to like lose some units, obviously. Like,
yeah.
Game. But...
It's tricky because like you don't want to be standing around doing nothing. Like you want to be very deliberately developing your economy. Yeah.
I guess I have to end turn now. Oops.
Okay. So what are we building here? I think we were building
Troubles.
I think we were building an alchemist lab here. Yeah, I think we were building an alchemist lab here.
Yeah.
Just for a little bit
to
extra.
my home and build outposts on my borders.
Did he really?
Yeah. That's why I destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to have that conversation, but I think that personally I'm kind of your opinion, Zombie, that you should leave one behind if it's
your
a
scout
really,
is dead.
really aggressive forward placement.
Yeah, if you can attack and attack it.
Yes. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay. See you guys later.
Bye.
I like this though, where we can have like a full team discussion and then like just pop in and out.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it's taking that much of a time.
No, we're making pretty good progress for where we usually are.
What is this? So we're about what, an hour, 2 hours in, 13 turns. Wow, that's pretty slow.
It's really slow. It's really slow. That's just the way multiplayer is, unless you play with timers, and the timers kind of make it impossible to interact with chat. Which, given that I stream and you stream and we all stream for ice cream, like,
Yeah.
Ice cream.
It's probably, I would venture to guess it's maybe semi-boring for chat to watch. Like, I play pretty fast, probably not optimally though, right? But I usually like play pretty fast. So I'm sure it's like a little boring for them to like.
It depends on what you're doing. Like, if you're not like having an interesting gameplay experience and like strategic decisions that you have to make, then I think it would be excruciating for chat. But like I think that this game has a lot of interesting decision points kind of all along the gameplay axis. So like hopefully people watching at home have a good time watching us play. Hopefully.
Yeah, the interesting thing for my POV right now is watching. It's a really nice learning curve of what not to do. And
Yeah.
It's also a nice learning curve. This guy's behind.
Yeah, guys, if you have some mana, maybe I need in future, because I can fight.
Zombie,
next
I
turn.
don't have any mana right now, but I do have a phantasmal ritual that I'm queuing, and if you need it, then just let me know. I'll let you know if I use it before then, but right now I'm just gonna have a phantasmal ritual queued up.
We need
So
some.
you can cast it on like the other races. So like.
Yeah, so like Phantasmal Ritual isn't something where it's not going to modify zombies doing it units. It's sort of like lightning torrent or blizzard. It's something where I can use it to deal damage to an enemy stack on the board. But as long as I have vision there, which includes where my friends are, I can use that spell. It's like obviously better if I can use it for myself for farming, but this is a team format, and so if I can use it for Zombie to help him win a fight against Windslayer, that's way better than helping me clear a resource node with one fewer loss. Like, this is an order of magnitude difference. If also on that same note, it might actually make sense for me to use a Phantasmal Ritual next turn for you, Nemki. Because I could ritual the main stack, the 5, It's not going to do a lot of damage, unfortunately, because the Phantasmal Ritual does scale its damage not based off of flat damage, the same way that Lightning Torrent and Blizzard do, but a percentage of HP, and all of the units here are pretty inconsequential, but they do have a signature skill, and currently you do not. So that's one of the advantages to making sacrifices early on, is that it gets you to the signature skill, therefore you can, you know, get further that way.
Signature skill really...
It's a pretty big upgrade.
I should have kept roaming. I was like, okay, well, I'll see if they'll attack me. And that was 2 turns of like kind of waiting for them to attack me. And so
Well, that was an attack stack, though, right? That wasn't just a patrol stack that was already there, was it?
Which one? This one, like the 3
Yeah, the
stack
3.
right there?
Like, did that
Yeah, no,
appear in the middle
Yeah,
of
that
your
just, like,
wandering
appeared.
around it?
It appeared as soon
Those
as we were like,
levels. Why Winslayer so strong?
oh my god, he really is strong.
There, I sent... Oh,
Winslayer, why are you so strong?
Why am I so strong? Because I built this way. I'm threatening your wisp.
Okay, show me army. What's your threaten?
Well, I'm threatening you with a single guy that's reinforced from other
so right
friends.
now
Do
I'm
you
gonna
see it?
move this dude over here.
Okay.
1 square.
Let me see.
Zombie!
think
They
it's
don't
better
have
to
to chase
clear
you
down
1
here
square at a
first,
time.
yeah.
Just get out of here.
You're in oh yeah, you're in a reinforcement range.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
I
like
don't
this.
count.
Zombie, get out of here.
No.
Get out of here.
One on one, I
Oh
beat
my
you.
god.
Better
This is
for
one
us
of the
to...
things I prefer if we didn't do 1 hex at a time,
Yes.
Zombie, please.
Yeah, let's go like this. Let's get some.
but,
Let's see if we can get some healing
Right
and
now, you in my reinforcement range.
ritual
I don't
alacrity value.
No, no. Okay, so you're telling me that you're willing to take this fight if I attack it, and
Yes.
alright.
Why not?
Zombie, I used my spell for Nemki.
Okay.
Alright. I'm threatening you again. Are you still staying there?
Oh, wait a second. What strengths you have? Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Where are these guys going?
God.
I think everybody is probably
Yeah.
ready to.
I have to stick around because Zombie's
So
doing
silly.
dancing over here.
I want to do this
Oh,
Marauder Guard.
wait a second. I need to check.
I want Bear Paws, but I also
How
your
you
like
can
range?
Fish.
kill me.
For those of you who are familiar
Yeah,
with,
how I
with
can
Monks,
cheat you.
you know what I'm talking about.
Can I
You know
do
what I'm
this?
talking about.
I'm sure you
Nobody knows
can.
what I'm talking about ever.
What-
Just as a
wait a
rule of
second, I check
thumb.
what abilities my
I
leader
think we can take this fight
has.
still. I think we want to see if we can include our... No, our support unit is not close enough, but we can
I
still get
don't like this.
What's going on over here?
ranks on this.
I don't
I'm
know.
threatening.
Maybe
They're having a manual fight.
battle? Or
Oh,
We're
we're
gonna
having a
have a
manual? Oh,
That's
exciting.
almost certainly what's happening. Or at least what it
Get your
sounds like
bets
they're
in.
happening.
Yeah, we're dancing.
Yeah, I think we can do this.
Good.
That's all you're bringing?
Oh,
There it is.
All right,
There's
let's
the
see
real
if we can do
stack. So
this.
500.
Oh, what traits do we take? So this time I went with
200,
Mount Masters,
60.
Tough, and Quick Reflexes. Quick Reflexes I
Oh my God.
mostly am just playing
Why-
with instead of... Oh
You're so
no!
strong.
I think I still
Oh
take
no!
this. I think I still take this.
Nemki,
wait.
did you have spells on for that fight?
Uh-oh.
Before we start.
Oh no! Yeah,
Alright,
Guys, if you have mana, you can send me.
I can send you mana.
I get all donations.
alright, Zombie, the way this plays is gonna be really important. I don't wanna have to chase you in a weird way that you can then just move 2 hexes out of range, because I have a lot of things that can actually engage, like your main stack and these other guys. If I move them over, what are you doing here? Because I have like double your strength, I think. Are you literally just running here?
Wait,
You're just gonna
second,
run
you
if I
have
do that?
double my strength? Where?
If this
I
is
don't
everything
see.
you got, 500,
I
60,
see only
200.
700 from
No,
you.
I have another stack
He
and
has,
a half
he has,
that I can bring
yeah,
here.
there's 2
Yeah,
more
you
stacks
could
that are
bring
flashing
all
back
stack
there.
that I can see it. I
Yeah,
don't
and then
see
you're just gonna
those-
run.
your
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, that's fair. I see what you're saying.
I
I just,
cannot decide because
Alright, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. You have to reveal it, Winslow.
Alright, and moving up to see if there's any of these guys that are depleted their movement in a way that lets me just definitely get a fight. Because I want to kill you if I can.
Oh boy.
This stupid thing is just gonna run for me.
I see only 700. That's why I move my guys.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. It's reasonable. I just got more in the area. Who can dance around? Let's have our mobile guys go here for a second because I don't know how you're gonna do this.
I mean, if you just like stood something on the bridge, like that would be a spot that would reinforce into his ruler.
It's true. It's true. Let's bring
And that's
these
like
guys
2
here.
spaces in case he decides to run.
Kind of don't want to bring more because you're just gonna run if I do.
Yeah. Maybe.
Ooh, maybe.
Oh, you have second hero. Okay, okay. Wait,
You running?
Wait a second, I need to check.
I have more. You running?
Oh, you have more? Really?
I
Yeah, I'm
do.
gonna take an
Stop
academy here.
making me waste my movement and time. Tell me where you're going and just go there.
Windslayer.
I guess we will take a Dredger
all
quarry.
these units.
Alright, you're retreating.
He's playing with
just go where
barbarians,
you're
isn't he?
going.
I am retreating.
Yes, that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
that's where you got those units from.
Oh my god, Windslayer.
Yep, he's playing with. Yeah, he's on barbarians and prolific swarmers. So I don't think the mystery of where did Zombie get all his, or where did Winsay get all his units from is particularly complicated.
Yeah, me neither. Alright, let's see. Where am I going now?
Yeah, where are you going?
It's a really good question. I don't know anymore. These guys need to know. I'm going out of the channel.
Okay,
Other
Okay,
team,
yeah.
we go elsewhere now.
are you guys about to get into a fight? Wait, are they getting into a fight? Hey, wait,
No,
are,
I think so.
are they getting into a?
Wait,
Manual?
I think we have too many people in this channel.
Yeah, we have
Yeah,
5
yeah,
people
yeah,
on this
yeah.
channel all of a sudden.
What? No, all these people
Yes.
are on your team.
No.
Good.
Oh my god, Nemki. What's going on? How
Nemki lost everything. I think it's a
Yeah,
traits
I-
problem. Like he's playing with feudal and with like no defensive traits,
Yeah,
so like his
think-
auto resolves are just awful.
Yeah, I think build is really pressuring me. I'm glad we didn't bring it up while they were here though, because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
probably would have attacked.
That would have been really important information for them to have that I don't want them to know.
So
It's
I was
okay.
Like, I muted. I was like, you know,
Yeah. I think.
How do I come back from this?
Okay, so I think your best
stressed.
plan here, given your losses,
Yeah.
you're gonna get your ruler back. Do you have any resources at all? Like any
100,
gold or mana or anything like that?
I have 200 gold essentially, and only 30 mana, but 34
Okay.
a turn. 130 gold a turn though, so I can maybe.
So
just buy
yeah,
my
one of the
stats back.
upsides of losing everything early is that it's very quick to replenish things. So do you have any thralls left?
I haven't been able to use my like I have no spells to use thralls. So yeah, all of them.
You do have all of your
I don't-
thralls. So one of the things that you
only
also
3
want to be
though.
doing is like aggressively using some thralls in the early game. Like the draft spell in particular is very powerful if you have stronger lower tier units. That's not really the case with feudal and is one of the problems with them there. But like that'll still give you like so much draft in that city that you'll be able to build 1 unit per turn really, really quickly. From there, like if you have enough Imperium to be able to go into the ocean to pop some of those spots over there, then you should. But you also probably want to just make another city. Like that outpost that's next to Severford is in a really weird spot, but it's still a city. And it could expand like southeast near and along Stelgardus. This is not a gigantic map, so we just kind of have to accept that all of our cities
Guys,
are going to be
do you
inefficient.
have gold?
No, I have 12.
Do you think I should make this into a
And
city?
Nimki is dead.
Yeah.
I was kind of just using that as like a heal spot before I grew my
Well,
area.
Now it's a city because you probably have hundreds of Imperium and no other outpost
I do
anywhere,
have a
right?
lot of Imperium. Yeah. I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, it's a city now.
I'll make it a
And
city.
if you also can conquer Severford, great. But like one of the other things that you want to be doing just like habitually is just making more outposts always. Outposts are so good, even though military engineering one isn't busted anymore, so you don't necessarily have to have materium, but just outposts generally create spaces where you can heal for free. They make roads. They also make friendly terrain where you move through faster, and so in terms of like return on investment, they're typically a lot better than building any sort of infrastructure in your city most of the time. Like you should be able to do both, but outposts are usually more important.
I think I should have just been like, you know what, I don't think I'm strong enough to take this 8 stack, and I should have just like moved on with the game. I really feel like
that's okay too.
I stalled so many turns that I like, you know.
It was a sunk cost fallacy, yeah. You figured I've already spent 3 turns waiting to take this fight, I might as well now. But don't feel bad. Like, A, we have seen teams win from situations like this, and B, I really do want this to be over in an extremely short number of sessions, because I think that anytime we incorporate a new player, you should expect that something like this happens, because people are used to manual fights where the fights are very, very, very easy, and they don't have to like think about what they're bringing, and that's not the case in auto-resolve multiplayer. And so like I want this to be done by hopefully the end of the next session, so that
Winsley kill me, and
if Winsley just kills you, then we are done. Like if Winsley kills Zombie, then as a team it doesn't matter if I have like a high rank in economy or anything like that, because this is a team format, and if Nemke has lost all of his stuff to a free city and Zombie loses all his stuff to Winsley, we can surrender. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's cool. That's the way that it goes. Yeah, we'll see you next week. Like, this is the game. So Wildlife Sanctuary I didn't build. This is a free city that I conquered. But like, don't feel bad, right? This is a learning experience. This is a learning experience.
Worst, right?
It's garbage. It's absolute trash. We should have a conversation about like build stuff later, or you could just watch my videos. They'll teach you.
I have watched some of your videos. I've been subbing for a while now.
Yeah. They're all very, very like something, but hopefully you learn something from it. It's
more of a time, right? Like
they're so long.
I stream, and then if I stream, and then I need my family time, and then right, it's just like to get to the moment where I can just like watch a video is like we have twins. So,
just most of those have timestamps on them. I would just skip around to the traits that you're thinking about using or the spells you're thinking about using.
I'll send you my strat, because like I actually like love the build. It's really fun, but I don't think it's a multiplayer build.
Yeah, it's a lot of things that people think are like busted or really powerful in single player are almost always relying on manual combats against the AI in order to make the build work. And that just doesn't work in multiplayer. Like you can do things that are good in single player and good in multiplayer. That's actually a lot of fun. I really like playing on auto resolve only in even in single player, but
it's actually cool, yeah.
You have to make an economy that can support losing stuff, and you need to be aware of like what fights are actually dangerous and which ones are free. And boy, you just got screwed there too. That you got really unlucky. That's a really, really weird behavior for an attack stack.
Yeah, I really thought that I would have enough, because like my economy-wise, I thought my economy was gonna do good, because like my productions, I don't know, it's at 70, like it feels all right,
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. 70 production in your city, you get like that much when you clear 1 iron ore.
1 stack.
People, so there are like 2 big forms of 4Xs, right? One of them is something like Civilization, where most of your scaling comes out of your city, and then the other one is stuff like Heroes of Might and Magic 3, or Heroes of Might and Magic 5, or Age of Wonders 4, where most of your economy comes out of fighting stuff. And this is absolutely the latter. The people who think that you want to be scaling up in your city, there are some cultures, I want to be clear, there are some cultures like High, which actually have a good auto-resolve and good playstyle, and also do build things in their cities pretty well. But the overwhelming majority of factions in Age of Wonders 4, your military is your economy as your military. That's the way you need to be prioritizing things, because you just get so much stuff from fighting things. Like,
my God, Winsley is so strong.
Yeah, like obviously I was trying. Like, I'd love to attack something every turn, but
I mean, once you understand how to build something that's useful for auto resolve, you can. It's just that, like, unfortunately, there are a lot of tools that the tactical AI doesn't know how to use, which means that, like, you kind of have to hold its hand a lot of the way.
Actually, that'd been an interesting combat to watch.
Yeah,
See, like,
exactly. That, like,
happened.
if you, a lot of people are also just like taking auto resolves and not watching the auto resolves, and I think that's a mistake.
Sieged right now?
Yeah, it looks like Zombie's getting sieged by a free city.
Wait, isn't that like? Oh. Okay.
Okay, wait a second. If Zombie's getting sieged by a free city, I might be able to get down there in time. I don't know. I'm gonna come try to save Zombie, and then we'll all die horribly, and then this will be a one-session game, and then we'll be over. Right? That'll be fun.
I can kill it.
No. I don't mean it, Zombie. Let's go fight Winslaya. Let's do it.
Oh.
Do you want to? I can probably be there in like 5 turns.
Okay. If you can.
I think I can be there around 5.
Oh. Oh. Hard decisions.
Bad
Do I
decisions.
need? Yeah, I think I need first line.
Oh
I
shoot.
raise my skeletons.
Bad decisions indeed. I got. Ugh. This is. I do want a blacksmith here, but I do want a forester here too. And this city, I guess that this can turn into a mango forester after we build the blacksmith. I think that's probably our best bet. But the city is pretty scarce on real land, and there's stupid gloom right next door that we really don't have the resources to deal with right now if we're about to die brutally to Winslaya's invasion of Zombie. I guess we're gonna work on Shrine. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah, Blink unfortunately is the worst thing that you can give to a hero right now in auto resolve. It's just so rough.
Yeah.
Like the AI is so bad with it. But the phase at least it is like here I think we're actually playing with the phase. Yeah. We went with the phase. I think here the phase on this ruler I think is actually more reasonable as long as you give it defensive traits. Like if you don't give your Eldritch Realms ruler a lot of defensive traits with the phaser, then it will get itself killed. How many turns?
Do they know that my ruler's in the void then? They would, right?
If they see you in diplomacy, yeah, they'll see that. If they mouse over you, which there's a non-zero chance they don't do.
Yeah. Oh man, I just threw so hard, boys.
It happens. It happens. This is exactly why I wanted this to be a game which would be over sooner rather than later, because I I've played this game enough to know that this is what we should expect.
Yeah, I just didn't
Here I guess we can do an enthrall, so that way we can work up a phantasmal ritual,
It's
because I
okay.
do want to have one.
Oh man, I'm so mad though.
It's okay. I just did an enthrall, and so I'm gonna work up another phantasmal ritual. So I'll have that on hand, and I think. Let me see. I think it's gonna be 5 turns, Zombie, for me to get 4 turns for me to get to your capital.
I'm
4 turns to your
getting 2
capital.
turns.
Well then run. Oh, there's no way out, is there? Can you get a tile to move through?
Zombie, I'm gonna mess with your province improvements if you don't defend them.
Yeah, do it.
Wait, is this a trap?
Yes, everything's a
Fine,
trap.
Fine, I'm going back to my.
This is Zhuge Liang and the open city strategy, and now the question is, are you Sima Yi? Are you gonna fall for this? Okay.
I think.
Well, you know what?
he
Actually, I can
just
probably get there
won't,
even faster.
Give me a free XP.
What is he trying to pillage you with? Just observers?
With observer, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna work very well.
He not pillaging. He just remove my building.
Oh, he's just disrupting the SPIs.
What can I do to help you survive or nothing? Like mana, gold?
No,
Anything?
for you, right now, Nemki, if we're gonna win this, it's gonna be not what we should expect, but if we are going to, it's going to be because you have a successful time setting up and clearing and growing your own economy, so that way we have 3 players again, because doing a 2v3 is pretty rough, but you're not, like, if you can just get a signature skill and clear out some of this water stuff to the west of you, then you might be able to get there. And it helps that you all also already have friendly territory in the water, because that's an easy way to heal. So I think your goal is use your resources to clear that out, and then hope that Zombie and I can beat
I need to
Winslaya.
go in their channel.
We might need a handful of mana for like the big fight, so that way like we can actually like cast spells. So maybe keep like a bank of 60 to 100 mana on hand that you kind of don't spend unless you need to.
Okay, I can do that. I just don't. I will say, this build. Should I jump? Wait, should I jump? I'm gonna start building my army up since, like, obviously, I need something. Mana is an issue for me. Gold is not as bad. Do I go for a tier 2 defender, or do I just stick with like?
Oh yeah, no. Defenders are better than what you're gonna get, especially.
What do you mean? Don't say it like that. Aren't you happy to see me?
Always, Gracian. We argued that over whether or not Winslaya drafted you because he knew that you would just be like the best teammate from a content creation perspective.
Me?
I tried to make it balanced team-wise. No, I think this is fair.
No. You tried to make it balanced mechanically, but you took Gracian because you knew he was the most fun. So how dare you?
There may have been a subconscious element there. Who knows?
I feel like you're saying we're not fun, Walker.
I mean, I love you both dearly, but only one person said Buff Circus.
Question about Phantasm Ritual, right, Gian?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mass Phantasm Ritual.
If you have
what
it,
do we
we
do about
probably
it?
shouldn't ban it, but you're saying that I think other people are banning it,
I
right?
haven't spent the skill point, so I wanted to know if we are playing with it or not.
I think we should ban it. It's Mass Phantasm Ritual. Maybe you can allow it for utilizing it versus the map. I think that's a different conversation. But
why we ban it? It's same that as Flash Freeze.
It's sort of like the same as Flash Freeze, but not at all, because it also affects the things that are near it, and unlike Flash Freeze, where you have to actually tech up to a tier 3, you just have to like fight a couple of things and not die, and then you get Mass Phantasm Ritual. Like, I think if we're going to use it, that it should be used for PvE only. I think that if you want to experiment with it there, that's okay. I haven't.
So I'll add that
used
to
it,
the ban
but
list. I think
I think just banning it outright is okay.
If like
I don't want
other
to spend
people,
a point on something that's not gonna matter.
but no, I know Zombie was saying that he kind of was thinking it shouldn't be banned. Were you planning on using it in this one, or are you just curious, Zombie?
Just curious. Why?
Okay, so it's
I
Mass.
don't understand.
Mass Phantasm Ritual isn't just the terror, it's all things that are near it. It's 20% fixed HP, which is like...
It's 15% HP.
It's 15? I mean,
yes,
that's, like, in terms of damage output, that's gonna be pretty similar.
And it's only -2 status resistance.
Yeah, but it's available...
When Flash Freeze go -5.
-5. You're right, it's meaningfully worse, but it's available insanely early.
Yeah,
and
pretty early, I'd say.
Like, the biggest problem.
I don't know. What's difference when it's available?
It's like level 3 or 4, right?
Just available.
No, mass is level 5. Yeah, but it's like it's you can get it insanely early, and it's just I think it makes combat uninteresting. I think it makes it
I
a check.
Then we must ban the Flash Freeze. sensing.
I'm potentially okay with that too. Like, I don't know.
Like,
I feel
honestly,
like
the province spells are a little broken, but we did come up with a solution that might work with them. I think putting tech in to get to a tier 3 tome to have a province spell is still very powerful, but better than a phantasm ritual where it's just XP, right?
Yeah, I think we can have that conversation actually after the stream to see what we want to do about flash freeze, because I think that there are things that we can do to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just I think mass phantasm ritual is. I think that if we allow it, it'll very, very easily be the only thing that really matters in this game.
Yep.
And I don't feel great about that.
No, I kind of hear you. I hadn't thought about it, and I'm glad that Gian brought it up. If you guys are cool, we'll go back to our other thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's go back.
So worst patch in DLC balance-wise and overall, I don't think so, Hubert. I think that there are some pretty serious balance problems in the in it, probably because they've just like kind of overtuned some of the individual things, like the amount of EXP that you can start with on your heroes or your units is just kind of unreasonable. But I think the design space that they're working with is really fun.
What we can do in this situation? Maybe Walker can save me.
I'm coming. I'm gonna have a Ritual of Alacrity on my main stack, so I probably will be actually at your capital in 2 or 3 turns.
I can cast Quicken on your units.
Oh yeah, you could do that too. Don't do it this turn.
On what stack?
Don't do it this turn. Wait until next turn, so that I can form up a better stack for actually quickening ritual, especially because I have the Ritual of Alacrity online for some of these guys. But I think we can get there in 2 or 3 turns, and I will have a Phantasm Ritual on hand, so at least we'll have some like non-mass Phantasm Ritual on hand, so we'll have some stuff to use.
Wait a second, I need. No. I don't have gold mana at all. Just 0.
Literal 0.
Minus,
you have
minus mana.
Oh no, I have literal on hand, but I have positive income. But unfortunately, Nemki can't even trade anything until he comes back from the void.
Okay, maybe
I would
disband some units, but I need units.
Oh no.
Oh no, is this it?
This might be it. That would be a feature and not a bug though, because then you would, next week hopefully start a new game without you dead.
It's very true. Man, the tier 1s, holy balls.
Yeah.
It's a lot of.
It's a lot of strength, but like, so if we were to take, what do you want your build to do? If we're to like take a look at it.
It's probably easier to just send it to you off, and then I can kind of
like your notes and stuff.
Yeah, like essentially though, my entire build revolves around. So I go Lightbringers, not a lot, right? But
yeah,
stench, lower that so I can dominate easier, right? My essential build is survival mixed with just using your units against you. So like I was thinking of going. Sorry, go ahead.
So you can use Lightbringers as an aspect of it. Like generally, they're a lot better in skirmish than they are in actual games, simply because Tome of Beacon does have some like issues with the economy that it generates in a real game. Domination does still afford you some EXP these days. They fixed it so that it's not like literal nothing, but domination is still sort of like a complicated strategy to get value out of because it does cost you some EXP to use. And so leaning heavily into that, if you're going to try to do that, then you probably want to graft on rather than using Hideous Stench, you probably would want to run with Phantasm Ritual or with Blizzard, something that gives you minus status resistance easily without asking your AI to do it. Because also Hideous Stench reduces the resistance of the enemy, which Lightbringers and Mind Controls and Insanities doesn't care about at all, right?
Wait a second. Where you want to fight with Windslayer? Because I think that you cannot.
I probably can't get to. I can't get to your second city in time. I can get to your capital, no problem.
Yeah,
but I don't think I can get to your second city.
We must defend in my capital.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Okay, then I move my units accordingly.
Like, there might be a way for us to get to that city in time, but I seriously doubt it. And it takes four turns unless he has haste berries and the nature one, then he's not gonna absorb it immediately, right? Right.
I think he has.
You think he has nature one and haste berries? He might.
I don't think he has nature, but he can has berries.
Yeah. So I don't know, but the thing is that like every DLC that they've introduced, Hubert, has had some good steps forward and some good steps back. That's just sort of like the way that game development is always. I don't think that that's anything unique to Age of Wonders 4 or to Triumph or anything like that. That's just sort of like the way that the game goes. I think that a lot of the changes that they made here are drastic and probably overcorrecting, but those are something where they can, of course, pull it back a little bit, like bring down the amount of extra strength on lower tier units, maybe like adjust some of the numbers here and there, because like just tweaking the numbers, it's not sexy to think, is this unit going to be better if we give it, an extra defense or 2 extra damage or whatever, but it really does matter when it comes to like game balance. And at least here they went through and addressed some of the biggest problems in the patch from like a competitive standpoint, like the fact that now there is a solution for buff Circus in the form of Tome of Corruption is promising. It's unfortunate that Tome of Corruption is so powerful that it's like kind of a forced pick for competitive right now, but I would rather see a solution for a pretty parasitic and problematic strategy that there was like blindfolds on, you could just do whatever you wanted to and just push out crazy numbers of buffs, and the only solution was spell breakers, which are rare.
Future.
So
you want
I think that, and of course,
first city before they get reinforcement.
Yeah, like generally they get a reinforcement stack right away.
Too long to attack, and that's why you lose so many units.
I was initially going to join with them. I didn't realize that the strat was more to.
No.
Yeah.
Diplomacy it's too long. It's take like 25 turns to.
The only time where you really want to be doing lots of diplomacy is if it's far away and in a weird location to get to. Like the one that's under the earth, I don't think is really worth us wandering over to, and so I'm okay doing that one. But like, yeah, most of the time, you're not doing diplomacy with something that's easy to conquer. Right.
Yeah, I 100% should have just given my Whispering Stone to my capital and like kind of went with it. Right?
Get some stability.
Honestly, I've learned. Yeah, that's just stability. But I mean, my stability's a little angry right now too. So.
It doesn't matter that much, but like it's better than nothing.
Yeah, like I guess you're right. Yeah, I've learned some things though, but yeah, I definitely see the need for a better auto resolve though, because I don't think I fought a fight without losing a unit. I really don't think I did.
Like in manuals, you mean?
No, I'm saying every auto I've done today. I don't think I've not lost a unit.
Oh yeah.
So like how can I, like, not that I can't come back from that, but like every single fight I've lost like 1 or 2 units, so it's kind of like,
you should lose some. You should have an economy that allows for that, because if you're not, then your economy is just not strong enough. But you shouldn't be losing them in every fight.
What?
You're burning down my mine. Go away. We're threatening you with army. My capital.
What army? One unit?
No, there's 2. No, I think I was just telling Grayson, bring the other. There's
here.
2. You don't want to
have some ritual that's queued.
Maybe.
Let's see anything else you necessarily need this turn.
Alright, let me tell I think Gian's the red player, so let me tell Gian to move it over, and then if you really want to fight the 2, you can.
Yeah. I don't want
care about any
to,
of this.
but I don't
really
see
care about
to.
any of that, but We do care. Oh, we got inspiring chant. So we actually don't really care about any of the researches. They're all kind of nonsense right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take
have mana.
Crow because it's cheap.
I can beat 1-on-1 this unit.
Easy research.
Really? Oh my god. It's too.
Maybe not, but yeah.
Scout versus Harrier, you could maybe take it out.
If only I have mana.
Yeah, because if you have a direct damage spell and your opponent doesn't, then it's pretty easy to win 1v1s like that.
So in the, I'll watch that. I'll try to put some time aside today and watch the one. I know there's that one multiplayer video you put out. Try to watch that one. Is it more like? Because I was going for survival skills and build.
Right. So if you're going for survival skills and build, then you don't want the traits that you have because those are all aggressive.
Tell me what
he's got
buff.
So right now he's got hideous stench and pack tactics. So this is not survival oriented at all. If you're going for survival, what?
Yeah. What did you say?
What stack you want to buff me?
Go ahead and give. Will it refresh the movement points on these guys?
No.
Okay. Next turn. Okay, give it to my hero or my ruler. Give it to my ruler next turn. So that way I'll be able to move to Umbral.
We have other people's.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to let Zombie know you're in danger, and then if we're fighting, we're fighting. If not, I'll just go.
Out and wait a second, guys. Can you leave? I need.
Yeah, I understand. I'll leave.
Strategy. Do you have mana?
I have 36 mana.
Okay, then I leave. I think we don't need this fight. I
think more ways to delete buffs would be useful, Hubert.
Why?
I think that there's lots of ways to interact with it.
Cancel.
I think that there's some issues in regards to the game balance for things like Umbral Abyss, but like I think that and they did deal with like some of the other really problematic things like the arcing weapons on the Tome of Stormborn. That was a genuinely huge problem in terms of how good it was for like multiplayer. And then same with the arcing damage on amplified arrows was still like narrow because there weren't a lot of builds that were like, pro ranged, but like those things did exist in the game, and they did cause some issues there too. So I think that broadly speaking, they've fixed a lot of big balance problems that were in the game, but also introduced a lot, and so it's kind of complicated to evaluate.
What you guys built in your cities, right?
Do you see results of this battle? I without mana, I almost kill one unit.
Oh my god! Perfect. Yeah, with your one scout.
Was that?
If only I have mana, I can kill both of them.
Yeah. That's just because the Mystic Scout has like cosmic damage, and so it's generally a lot better at bullying low tier units because they almost always don't have enough resistance to not get hosed.
Was that not a manual combat or?
No, that was auto.
It was? I didn't get to see it. Huh.
We got to see the results from it, which is just that little pop-up.
So you can't watch manual combat. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, not in multiplayer, but I do think that there's a lot of value to doing it in single player. Okay. Just to get a hang on like what sort of things are actually useful for auto resolve versus not. What things are a little better there. And that's something that like once you start learning it, you'll start seeing like, all right, if you just do oops all manual combats, then you can kind of expect that all of these factions are going to have some issues, and then all of these are going to be more challenging to actually fight against.
I should have kind of known, because in my like playthrough right now, it's similar. It's quite a bit different, but it's similar, and like I do have to manual a lot, so I should have realized that this might not be the route to take. But I'll just think of something completely different, honestly.
Yeah, it's okay. Like this is this is what people should expect. This is what people should expect when they're coming from single player manual. They should not expect their first auto resolve multiplayer to go well, because
I might even do a
different
nice
game.
Little solo. Might even do a nice little solo, auto.
Yeah.
Game, you know, like just to kind of see, like, oh, okay, so like.
It's a real blast. Yeah.
And it's kind of I do like playing games where like it's punishing, like not quite this punishing like in my situation right now, but that's a knowledge gap right there, right? Like,
yeah, like I think
be able to take out that city, and you know.
I think we could have a conversation also just like about like ways to build things for auto resolve.
I'm assuming is there a place where I can see, like, while they're kind of like doing their thing, is there a place where I can see everything I've built in my city?
Yes, so you can click on your city, and then you click on the cogwheel, which is like that settings little thing, city information, and then you click on structures, and it'll show you everything.
Okay. I guess this is a weird question. I feel like I definitely have too much invested in my city.
So, like, typical investment, you want to make sure that you're getting as many boosts as you can. This is a crucial aspect to it. Whether or not you're getting it in the middle of building it or after doesn't, or right before, it doesn't really matter, but you want to be getting the boosts as much as possible to minimize the production costs. This means that and there are also like certain particular buildings that are just like way more important than others. So like one of the first, I think, typical goals is to just get access to a wizard tower in your capital. That's a really big thing in terms of the Imperium. I don't know yet how much you should be focusing.
Can you send me mana?
Do you
Any amount? 10 mana, good.
Nemki's in the void for like one more turn, man. I can probably send you 10.
Then I can send 100 mana.
Because I will delete my units because I don't have mana. Oh my god, this situation not
okay.
good.
Well, given the current situation, Nemki, I would say actually when you come back, if you have some mana that you can shuffle zombies' way without collapsing yourself, I would say do so, because I feel pretty confident that we're about to die, and then we'll be able to just start a new game next week. So I'm not really concerned about whether or not you have the opportunity to farm. Yeah.
No, me either. That's what I was saying.
Like, he's got a full 18 there, so I think the fight's gonna be pretty much over pretty quickly. It's gonna be warriors versus warriors, the way something intended.
He's level 6 too. Like he's no.
I mean, I'm level
right
6
now.
as well, so like,
Yeah.
we have pretty close, except that I think he's got meaningfully more EXP on some of his warriors here. He's got 1, 2, 3. He's got 3 champion ranks so far, and I think that's actually pretty similar. Yeah, that's pretty similar actually. Our warriors are pretty close, but I don't have any sunderers.
Next turn I'll have 450 gold and 140 mana. So if I can slide some your way.
Yeah, I would say use the gold to build your army still. Like just in case somehow we win this fight. Like build up your army using gold and then send your mana to me and Zombie. I think if you can send me 50 mana. If you can send me 50 mana, I think I'm probably okay.
Fight, I need mana for my units and so on, and I lose my second city that give me mana.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna win this.
Cancel my outpost. Yeah.
It's the way it goes.
Me losing my entire everything pretty much solidified.
Yeah.
You know,
it's okay.
If he was a couple more turns from attacking you, maybe. But he was right beside you when it happened. Like.
Yeah. Also, this is a small map, so like this is sort of kind of what I was expecting, that the fight was just going to be over in 1 or 2 sessions, as a consequence of playing small. But I don't mind playing on medium next time. I just feel like small was a fine way to introduce people, so that way we can have a conversation about.
That's why I said that we cannot see tier 2 tomes. Just
we're gonna play on faster and. Oh, wait a second. I might have a tier 2 tome. I'm gonna have a tier 2 tome, Zombie. You have to give me $5. I'm getting it next turn.
After Walker, take a look at. I sent you. It's not my build order, obviously, but everything I actually put into my city.
So
things later for me.
it's not about what you're building, it might be the order, but there are some things that, like, unless you're playing high, you should not be building taverns early. Like, positive stability just does not matter. And depending on the order in which you're building these things, like, you really want to prioritize the most important stats even now are going to be things like knowledge growth. So, like, you want to make sure, rather than trying to prioritize, like, the nickel and dime like tithe shrines and stuff, that you're prioritizing getting your way down to Arcane Institute, to 2 quarries, 1 forester, and a research post, so that way you not only have the boosts for the academy, but also can build it. And then also prioritizing access to, like, the wizard tower and the wizard tower infrastructure. Those are typically the most important things to build, because, like, all the other stuff, all the random bips and bops, you can just get that stuff from killing things. Again, it's just like that.
Well,
that
yeah,
is the way that
was-
this economy works.
I was thinking economy in terms of, like, let's have a high income every turn, right? Whereas,
Yeah.
like you said before, economy, you are gaining more from actually just clearing the map. So
Yeah, like every fight
draft is
against
actually a
resource nodes is
better,
like
yeah.
40 to 70 stuff, like widgets,
It's a
which is
turn,
like
basically.
many turns of income that you get from one building, right?
It's also
So,
too
like,
bad. I noticed
it's-
too late that all those creature camps down there. I noticed too late.
Yeah,
Had
it's
I got
okay.
them
Like,
sooner,
I
would've
think
put
very
them
few
down.
people really who like play this game conceptualize it correctly. That
Well, and
like
even just the transitioning from the auto battles is like the
yeah.
I
But
just
also
really
just
don't-
like there are still a lot of people who don't get that this is a war game dressed up as a 4X, and try to bring things that they're used to thinking about from things like Civilization, not realizing that there's like entire different branches of 4Xs, and Age of Wonders 4 is much more like the like Empire title games and like Heroes of Might and Magic. It is a 4X, but it's a military 4X, and so. How much unless you're playing as high, if you want to do really crazy weird stuff in your cities, then I actually think that you can make that work playing as high, because they have a really good city economy. But like outside of that, there aren't a lot of ways to make income in your city more useful than income outside of your city.
honestly, like my whole build
Stability should have a bigger impact, and here it is actually hurting us, because here we're getting a lot of negative problems from recent event and from Gloom. But like positive stability should matter, and it
So, like,
doesn't
I
right
just
now
see
outside
that
of
as, like,
high.
not viable now in a way. Like the way I was building them at least. And honestly,
Yeah,
every other feudal unit is not
yeah.
nothing really
You
random about. Like the defenders are obviously good and stuff, but
the defenders are light cavalry that don't really contribute a lot to combat, except for distracting people who don't realize that they don't contribute a lot to combat.
should I they're gonna like take my brand new city that I just built.
They're
That I
gonna
couldn't stop,
their
obviously.
team is gonna,
So they're gonna do it.
probably try to
Should
go
I
for that.
release it as
Yeah,
a vassal really fast, like one turn it's released as a vassal.
it's one turn to release as a vassal. You could do that.
That's what
Yeah,
it says.
that would add a
Okay.
lot of units there, which could be a bad thing. Like if I saw a free city with no walls that somebody just released, I would go for it and just conquer it for EXP. But
I mean-
that would slow Winslay it down, and then we could go down there and kill him.
Hold on.
Hopefully.
I would have to. It doesn't have walls. Should I?
Yeah, it wouldn't have walls,
buy
but he
the
would need a
walls?
couple of turns to absorb it and release it,
It would still,
presumably.
okay. I wasn't sure if that was. Okay. All right. Release his vassal. Hopefully that works.
Unless somehow not only we beat Winslaya, but we beat the crap out of Winslaya, which I do not think is what we should expect. I don't
Yeah.
think we're gonna need a second session for this episode.
You guys.
It's okay. I like to be realistically optimistic, right? I like to temper it with the knowledge and experience that I've played with the game so far. And this fight looks like if it's going to be winnable, it's because we play really well and Winslaya makes a mistake.
I have my ruler back. Do you want my mana there, zombie?
Oh, bro, have you been drafting
No,
in
I'm okay
your?
right now.
Have you been making things in your capital while we've been waiting for your guy to come back? Just slowly.
Yeah, just like. I mean, a defender takes way too long for me. Is
Yeah.
the main problem, right? Like my
Yeah.
draft is poor. I didn't equate draft to my actual economy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah.
that's the connection.
It's a
of
big
draft
deal.
is my
big deal.
economy versus like I went heavy on production.
Yeah.
You know?
Like there are some
Is
production
obviously-
things, like workshops are really good. Stonemasons are garbage. You should not be building stonemasons. Those are really bad.
did
Unless you're like a very, very, very narrow particular build, you should not be building stonemasons.
No.
Zombie, can you haste my my ruler guy?
Oh yeah, wait a second. Don't move.
Now I'm on 3 turns for Curse of Misfortune, so we will have at least that available for the fight.
Yeah.
So
I
if
did
you
it.
can hold a little bit of mana on hand also, then I think we can probably use that into this fight too.
I won't spend my mana here. I mean, I can only make like it takes me like 4 turns to make 1 tier 2.
Yeah.
5
Yeah.
turns.
I think
So.
you really most of the time you want to start on workshop, and then usually you want to go into either library or storehouse. Those are like the most important early game things, and exactly what order you build them in I think kind of speaks to your personal preference and experience. But then after that, I think now you definitely want to take blacksmith next, because it's just way too good. Like it with the especially the extra rank on low tier units. But it was borderline the correct thing to be building early anyway, and now I think it's just like a lot less borderline.
Yeah. Can I use 60 mana to get a Phantasmal Warrior? Or do you think you want me to hold that? I'll have
How much do you have?
66 next turn.
Yeah, absolutely, go crazy.
Okay. I want to make sure at least if I can contribute.
Yeah, if you can
to
hold like
you
100
guys-
mana, that would be
Yeah,
would
yeah.
be fantastic.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep the 100 mana stack.
Ooh.
Yeah, I should have asked you guys probably more of what I like, how much you thought I might lose in fights would probably have been a better route to go about things. Like I don't think I can fight these 2/2s with just my healer, with just my ruler and my current stack, right? I know you guys have bigger things to worry about.
I think unfortunately a lot of the things that you experienced are like the things that people experience when they start using feudal for the first time, in terms of how things work in auto resolve. It's just it's a learning curve.
Feudal's just bad auto resolve.
It's awful in auto resolve. Like the AI has no idea how to use steadfast abilities. It treats it as a regular buff, and so it'll put it on units that are at full HP and not being threatened at all. And so like there are just entire segments of the auto resolve where you unfortunately you can just say, all right, well you just have to do manual battles all the time. But guess what? That means that on the backside you have this experience. Where you know the AI you're fighting against also just doesn't understand how to use things like steadfast, but like there are just entire tools that don't work really in auto resolve because the AI is just not in tip-top shape.
That's definitely something I'm gonna need to open my mind to a little more than I obviously did. Oh, there's a
Yeah,
condo down
the
below.
deltas
That'd be
between the
nice to know.
tools that the AI gets and the tools that it doesn't are
Infestations,
really
how
big.
dare you?
What? You're an
Did this
infestation.
to
Get
us.
out of
You're-
here.
You are infesting me, and I'm gonna get a cream and get rid of you.
What?
What's going on?
I don't
Realm
know.
traits. Zombie, you did the realm traits, right?
What?
Oh yeah, Zombie
look
did
at
the realm traits.
Look at the realm traits, Zombie.
What?
Whatever.
realm
You know what?
thing?
We're gonna click
You
right
need
on
to do
last stand.
regenerating
No one's gonna stop me.
infestations.
We can go
We
crazy
usually
here.
play with it.
Yeah, we
I
usually
think
play
it's
with.
caused stability issues, so I thought we were.
Oh.
But I
No,
just, we
it's
just all noticed
warping
that.
wilds that causes stability issues. Regenerating infestation sometimes does, but it's much more warping wilds that is a big issue.
Yeah. Okay. We
Which-
were all just realizing this, like, oh, regenerating
Oh.
infestations is
No, I
happening.
saw that. I saw
No,
that.
I realized when he made the map, but that I thought it would be fun. So
Yeah, I thought it would be fun too.
Sure. Okay. Cool.
and I like one just passed. So
Yeah, it gives you more stuff to farm. It goes. You can do whatever you want to. So we're not gonna do Mighty Meek this time, because this map is almost certainly gonna be over in just a moment here.
Best my
Because yeah, it looks
my
like
best 2 units.
all of Zombies' RV is disintegrating, and Nemki lost everything early because he didn't.
Oh my God,
he's coming from single player and he only has like 100 hours in the game, and that's what I expected to have happen. And so we're gonna have a nice big fight with Winslaya with whatever tools that we happen to have left over. But I don't know if our team is gonna be able to contribute much of anything here. We'll find that out in short order. I guess I'm just gonna delete these dread spider hatchlings. Like we're not gonna use them, and they're devouring our economy right now. But we should have enough. All right, I'm gonna have enough at least for 3 full stacks in case like you literally can't put anything onto the field, zombie.
Okay.
I did have to click the ritual, so you owe me some population.
I can
you have
have
okay,
one
good.
stock, and I can cast Phantasmal Ritual too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll have 2 phantasmal rituals. We're gonna need some mana, and then I think we'll have at least an interesting fight. I won't have Insanity, but I will have Curse of Misfortune, which at least will give us a way to like work down all of his Fortune 3, and hopefully do some extra damage.
Do I want this, or I want hero? Maybe hero.
You know what?
better.
Actually, Nemki, do you mind just spotting me like, I don't know, maybe like 80 mana right now? Because then I can thrall and potentially get that.
I can do 73. I could cancel my Phantasmal Warrior.
No, don't cancel your Phantasm. That's more important. Yeah, just send me whatever you can.
Okay.
Oh, and they just free get your city?
Yeah, they're going straight on that city. How many turns is left on it?
Without declaration and other stuff.
I mean,
There's no units there to defend with, zombie.
Yeah, but
they should.
But there's no units to
They
defend
should
with
have
there.
said
I
something,
think
but
they
it's
know that.
fine. Yeah.
I think they are well
but
aware of
they need ask first.
that. Yeah,
No?
probably.
It's okay.
It's okay this time.
I literally tried to release it as a Basilisk. This build.
Yeah.
So building it, like it's just,
It's okay.
Defend that anyways. Yeah, it's fine.
Alright, so we're gonna see actually if we can get not only the Curse of Misfortune, but maybe Infectious Insanity done here before this fight. Because if we can get Infectious Insanity done before the fight, then maybe we actually have an out here. Because Insanity is pretty good against low tier units, and that's what Winslaya has. He's got low tier units. Living Fog used to be very powerful, Venk, but now these days I think that it's probably worse. I haven't experimented with it with the new rework, but like it used to be a very powerful unit that you just stacked a bunch of damage enchantments on and then just could kill basically anything with, because of its ability to ignore defensive scaling. It was just a fantastic unit killer. But as a mythic that is that can't get the enchantments, I haven't experimented with it, but because you're just not getting that sort of scaling, I can't imagine that it's as powerful anymore. And so it kind of has taken Tome of Oblivion from a position where it kind of still depends on how you and your friends treat the ability to put units to sleep and then eat the corpse or stand on it. If you think that that's an abuse and you can't use it that way,
or what?
then I think you're probably...
Rude.
Oh, what is he doing to that city? The Insanity change is helpful for Living Fog. I think you think he's just if he's pure pillaging it, then he's not going to have time because that's 4 turns.
Yeah, it's showing me 4 turns.
Right, he's going to take way too long to get 4 turns. That's crazy. Like, some of my dudes will literally be able to get their next turn. I don't think my army will, but like, I can't imagine that this is going to be something that's going to take us too long. Let me see if my ritual is still here. I think I used it. Nope, there it is.
changing like your tile improvements a lot? Like a zombie, for example,
Oh, yeah.
changed to like 2
Always.
I have quest.
Yeah, you can solve quests that way, but it's also just like really good in terms of boosting, and it's one of the reasons why food is just generically not very useful, because you can get boosts by just swapping things back and forth.
Oh. Do you see this army
Where?
on north of my city?
I see one unit north of your city. Is there a full army up there?
It's army of blue. Who's blue?
Oh, the one from the GOT trailer?
Oh, it's Garasan, yeah.
It's Garasian. Alright, let's see here.
I have. My own choice matters, unfortunately. I was looking to see if I could maybe get something that would help you guys, but I don't think there's anything.
If you have a strategic spell that deals damage, like if you're on Tome of Cryomancy, or even if you just had enough thralls to pick up a Phantasm Ritual, because we're not allowed to cast Phantasm Rituals on the same stack, but if each of us has a different Phantasm Ritual, we can hit all 3 of his stacks, and that would be a pretty big upgrade in terms of our fighting strength.
Which one? Phantasmal...
Phantasm Ritual is a skill you unlock on your Eldritch Sovereign, that gives you spells too. Oh, yeah.
I can grab it when I level, but that's a minute, obviously. My only choice of research right now is, yeah, nothing that will help you guys, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Weird bug.
Hi.
Did you guys know that, you know, when you used to pass your turn over, your walls would come back, and now that's not happening?
What?
What?
Yeah, I have a city with 0 fortification, and it's been like
It's
that
just
since
sitting
I
at 0?
attacked it. Yeah, I attacked it that way, and it's still... Yeah. So if you guys come and attack that city, please, like, we need to talk about, like, if you need to stand there for 2 turns pretending to siege it, because there's something wrong. I'm going to try dismantling the walls and rebuilding them, but something's wrong.
Can you build better walls? Maybe that would help.
I don't know yet. I
That
can't
might
build
work.
them yet. I'm working on it.
Yeah, it is resources, but hopefully it's not a big
Yeah, it's
amount.
time and
spend 40
resources
mana
that I shouldn't have to spend, but I'm willing to
Rolling
for
into infectious
science.
insanity, unfortunately.
Science.
So we'll just take regular
I like
and
science.
condemn.
Okay,
Not
I'm going
thrilled
made
with
my
that, but
majored
mana
in
really is
science.
just like the most important thing here.
Science?
Blinded. right?
Science, damn
is
you.
the thing.
I thought it was more specific than that, but what do I know? I'm no science boy.
Have you watched The Lost
I'm gonna-
Skeleton of Cadavra?
The Lost Skeleton of Cadavra?
It's a good name.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I'm a scientist.
The Lost Skeleton of Cadavra from 20... What is...
It's like somebody made a movie intentionally designed for MST3K without being annoying about it. It's so beautiful. It's ludicrously absurd.
Okay. God, I'm gonna have to do a watch party with this. Alright, I'm leaving for my own group.
Yeah.
This poor Gian is alone. Goodbye.
Yeah, let's go back.
Wait.
Winslow, we're gonna fight you soon. I think. What time is it? Actually, what time is it? It's 3 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
I think that. I don't think it's particularly likely that we're gonna want to, unless you guys want to do the fight right now, right? I think realistically we should expect that we need a big manual fight to capstone this. I don't think we're going to beat you for it, Winsley. I think that it's going to be mostly me and then whatever pieces Zombie has laying around, and then we'll surrender when we lose. But you know, anything's possible. But it is 3 now, so.
Winslayer's not in here.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is not in the voice. God damn it, Winsley! Why'd you leave? I was talking to you.
No, I tried to tell you, but you
I'm
kept
trying to talk to you.
I don't know what's going on.
All right, I'm gonna go.
talking to us?
Like, like normally we run for around 3 hours, so like I think we're probably closing up. It's just that like we're literally 1 or 2 turns away from the big fight, but the problem is the big fight, even with timers, is gonna take an hour and a half, maybe an hour. Like there's just a lot of units and moving around and killing things, and unless we want to do that as a long thing here, then I think we want to pause sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, I'm gonna go check with them. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
I'll hop over there.
All right, hey, listen. So it's now been almost 3 hours. Even though we did have like some shuffling around beforehand, and I don't think we have time to reasonably do a big manual fight right now. I am personally of the opinion that if we have a big fight and we lose, that I am willing to surrender on the spot. I imagine that my teammates are probably in the same boat. Zombie, I don't want to speak for him, but I imagine that Nemki is probably cool with that, and I think Zombie's probably cool with it too. So the question then becomes, do you guys want to just do that big fight like during the week, or I think we also could potentially just do it on Saturday as a way to like just finish it up so that we have a new campaign for Sunday, because I think that's or one of the trolls in my chat has volunteered to auto resolve it.
Yes. We should definitely see the auto resolve
I
before
think it
the
would
big
be fun,
fight, because I
right?
want to.
I think that would be fun.
Yeah. No,
But
I think. Are you telling me that you're about to fight me?
I'm gonna have an army that's down there and able to fight you in 2 turns, like before the 3 is up. But
okay, cool.
it's gonna be almost
end this
exclusively
turn,
me. Like I don't know how much Zombie can even contribute.
Okay.
Yeah. I will attempt to defend
But
it.
but I kind of don't want to do the fight right now, because that will be another
Sure.
long time investment. I'd rather find a time before next Sunday so that way we can start again.
I have one thing I need to prepare that before I forget, spell-wise.
Yeah.
So if we can pass one more turn, that is helpful for me.
Well,
like,
I am
generally
passed.
speaking.
I will go.
I'm passed now.
I will go yell at you and Calm. So Winslaya and
Yeah, it's
Calm,
me.
you guys need to pass so that Winslaya
Okay,
can...
there goes. Opponents are moving. Everybody got the memo?
No, I missed my own memo.
Uh-oh.
Let's put this down.
So do we want to like pause it right now on turn 19 and then just set up for like at the beginning of next turn, or do you want to go ahead and actually put our units into position and see who we're going to be fighting with first? I don't care either way. It's just it's 3 o'clock now.
Yeah,
like,
man, I'm so close to Mighty Meek. Why did you have to do this turn?
I mean,
I might have to run away and get Mighty Meek in a turn or two. It's not going to be literally this turn. It's going to be, well, good luck running. My guys are really fast. That's the other side. If you're not committing to this battle, I don't think it's going to go very well for you. I think you have to fight me. All right. No, I'll probably commit to it. That's a shame because I'm really close to Mighty Meek. I'm really like it's researching. It completes this turn. I don't know how fast I can research it.
No. You mean cast? No. I'm not gonna be able to attack you this turn. It's gonna probably be next. Yeah, it's gonna be next turn that I'm gonna be able to attack you.
Oh, but I'd rather have a enchantment up, and I don't know how much Mighty Meek costs to enchant with. Does anyone know?
It's like I think it's 80 or something like that. You should. I mean, you're playing Eldritch Sovereign. Like casting points should not be a problem for you.
I have 85, so either I need to not use the casting points that go onto the Sundering Blades here, because I won't be able to get Sundering Blades and Mighty Meek, and Mighty Meek's way better. Way better. Way better.
I'm not.
There's not going to be useful here.
You're going to be fighting almost exclusively tier 1 units that are going to take 1 extra spirit damage, buddy.
Oh really? Yeah,
it's going to do a lot of extra damage against heroes, but it's going to do literally 1 extra damage against almost everything else.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get the Sundering. Sundering's probably better here.
Yeah.
Thank you for backseating.
Yeah, I just because I try to be an unhelpful demon doesn't mean I sometimes don't give you information that's useful.
Gosh, I'm sitting on 300 Imperium right now. I hate this.
Yeah, I'm at 400. This is the consequence of playing on small, right? We have no space and we kill each other immediately. But I think genuinely that was the right decision. Winslaya,
yeah.
I don't want to speak for Nemki, but he did not understand how auto resolves worked. Unfortunately, he's It's the way people who are used to single player always stumble the first time.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel better, I lost my whole stack to a free CD with a macro experience.
Oh, don't tell him that. Yeah, no, he's gonna surrender.
No, we did the
first.
same thing too. We did the same thing. That's why I'm offering this.
Yeah,
surrender,
I had a feeling you guys lost some shit in auto.
I haven't lost
some
anything,
funky
but
things
Zombie got
happening
pushed
in the fog
pretty
of
hard
war.
in the middle, and then Nemki just lost everything against a free city early on, unfortunately, and hasn't really been able to pull back. But I think if once we get him on things that are good for auto resolve, I think he'll have a good time. All right.
Yeah.
Well, in that
like
case, I'm gonna pop back over to my group. I think we're done with this after this next fight. I'll be really impressed if I win, but honestly, if it's like even remotely close, I'll still surrender. Like I think that my economy is doing okay, but unfortunately, this is a 3v3, and just because I greedily ignore the pains of Nemki and Zombie doesn't necessarily mean our team is in a good spot.
I can still fumble this. Oh no, it looks like I am fighting Zombie and Nurgle. Oh no!
Maybe Zombie has enough units to get into this fight. Oh my god, he has 6! He did it!
He did it!
Alright, cool.
This is looking a little close. I gotta find 2 rulers that have leveled. Oh god. Level 7 and 6, at least they didn't meet the breaking points.
Oh no, guys, you
I'm gonna have to reset here.
My stuff is fine. My stuff is fine, but I do think that, like, generally speaking, whether or not Zombie and I could fight you is kind of irrelevant, because now Nemki is at the point where he kind of doesn't have the resources to keep playing the game. So I'd rather get this thing done sooner than later.
I think honestly you should surrender knowing what build I helped Gian with here. If you're getting close to it, I want to tell you something that's absurd, and I almost felt like we shouldn't do it. All right. We'll do it later. We'll do it later.
Okay.
I want to fight you. I want to kill your stuff, and then I want to surrender. But we'll do that next turn or next session.
Right.
I'm not your real opponent here, Walker. It may look like it right now, but I am not your real opponent.
Good. All right. So I guess we're gonna are we all in agreement that we're just gonna pause here, and then we'll find we actually pop back over
That's
to
past
Zombie.
turn. So
yeah. Oh, all right. So I think
doing next turn and stuff. So.
Yeah, I think what we're talking about doing is like ending this session here, finding a time maybe Saturday before skirmish, to just have a big fight with Winslaya, because I think
Can I load in and like surrender if I'm not like?
You can, but I would do like just well, you have resources is the thing.
Is kind of the...
Oh yeah, if you're not available, as long as we've rolled over the turn, it doesn't matter. Right? Okay. If you can't act, sure. but everyone can get to each other and fight, then it doesn't matter if you're here or not.
Fair. Yeah, okay.
You'll just miss us suffering and crying. That's all.
You can load without me, I guess was my question.
Yeah. As long as we're on the right turn, then it'll be okay.
Okay.
And who knows? Maybe the secret fight will happen, and all of a sudden we'll actually like TPK Winslaya's entire army without losses. I don't think that's likely, but you know, anything's possible.
Maybe,
we are on. I'm on tier 2 tomes at least, and it sounds like Winslaya is too. So there's going to be some power to throw around. But yeah, I think the most realistic outcome is that it's a close fight or we lose. And it looks pretty obvious that the team should just surrender, and then we can start a new game on Sunday.
I mean, unless we're talking you guys like wipe them, yeah, it's probably a
Yeah,
surrender.
exactly. And like even if we do wipe them, like I'm okay surrendering from a position where like I personally am ahead, as long as it gets you and other people who are like new to the game playing more, right?
I mean,
like
to be honest, like I'm in the GG go next kind of category.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this went bad. My build didn't work. Things were just wrong with this.
This was a learning experience. I don't care if I win or not. You're learning something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And if it makes you feel any better, this is, I think, the best way to learn. Like, the number of times where I've lost, like, brutally and learned a lot from it are pretty high. Like, Endag, one of the players who plays on Dread Reaper's server a lot, came over and played with us, like, 9 or 10 months ago, and that was, I think, one of the best level ups for me in terms of, like, gameplay, because, like, it really forced me to reevaluate entirely a lot of the different mechanics of the game and, like, the way that I was evaluating things and contributing value to them. Like I thought was going to be stronger than it actually was in the overall meta. And that's where like just using the experience and knowledge of other players is not only like optimal, but I think it's more fun.
Yeah.
But I like to pretend like I'm an illithid and eat people's brains to gain their knowledge, and that's a personal choice. You don't have to do that one too.
Fair enough. Yeah. No, there's definitely like there's a lot of things I didn't necessarily anticipate in a multiplayer game like this. Obviously everyone plays I don't want to say like a slow turn or anything, but I might as well like take my time a little bit more because I end my turn.
You should think about your decisions. You should absolutely think about your decisions.
Not that I didn't think about them, but more of a like, I could have probably taken a little more time and been like, oh, you know what, this would be a slightly better. So I might as well take that time, considering I do think I'm probably one of the like quicker clickers currently, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I
think
like
that's a good thing.
Our ultimate goal is to create a game where it's not about who like thinks the most or wastes the most collective time, or the person who clicks the fastest, but just like creating a game state where people can play, create good and interesting fights, learn stuff along the way, and then hopefully we have a winner that makes sense. Whether or not it's perfect is a lot less important than one that makes sense. But I think we should probably everyone move over to their voice chat because it is now 3:08, and I think we should probably agree to just pause it here collectively.
Oh my god, I didn't lose a member.
Good. Yeah, you didn't lose anything.
Oh my god.
Now, this is another one of these things where if you're fighting on the ocean, the more that you learn about the game, the more you'll see weird stuff. On the ocean, a lot of units are single model entities, which means that their damage doesn't drop off the same way because they're on boats. But of course, they have boats with like different stats, and for things like floating, that's not the case. So like Phantasm Warriors don't have single model entities, so they're marginally worse, but they also don't get the embarkation penalties, so they're marginally better. So there's just like a lot of I think that there's just an incredible level of complexity when it comes to the game once you start like really no friends thinking about it. It's a really interesting game.
What would you take? Which one did you say? Signature skill?
Yeah, signature skills. The most important thing on your signature skills for your ruler is that it gives you affinity. The ability itself is secondary. Because you just like when you take a signature skill on your ruler.
You wanted me to take something though, which was a Phantasmal Ritual.
Oh, Phantasm Ritual is not a signature skill. That's a skill. I think it's the Eldritch Rituals unlocks it.
What did you tell me to take though?
Phantasm Ritual should be. Where is it? Oh, it's just called Phantasmal Ritual as a skill. You hopefully are high enough level to be able to pick it up.
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
Phantasmal Ritual is just a skill. It's not a signature skill. It's just in the Eldritch Sovereign tree, and it's called Phantasmal Ritual.
Take, right?
If you can. Because then we can do 3 strategic layer damage spells. But honestly, if you're not going to be here for Saturday, don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'll just pick some stuff.
Yeah, the Phantasmal Ritual is very, very powerful, and you should be utilizing it if you're using Eldritch Sovereigns, but it's, I think the right thing to do is to get this fight done and then get the game over. But like, let's go into their group and pause it here.
Yeah, I'll meet you.
All right, because he had 18 units. And now Walker's here being like, oh no, is he gonna be able to manage getting 6?
What?
I mean, Zombie did not have a lot of units until very recently because he lost a lot of stuff early on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I saw him with like 18, but yeah,
he had
reasonable.
them, and then a lot of them died. So I think the right thing to do is pause here, and then Saturday we figure out what we're doing in fight. Do you want to do that instead of the silly secondary skirmish, or do you want to do it before the? Maybe
I
you can
think
figure this
I
out
would
later.
rather be fresh, and I think you and me should do things separate from other people so that there is skirmishes for people who want skirmishes. So
Yeah, you can do that too.
Ninju has people to hang out with, and he can get maybe more than one skirmish in. And we
Uh,
want people watching our fight, but they can do skirmishes on the side, hopefully.
If we can make it early is good because I have some stuff going on.
You want to
Okay.
see our
Yeah.
fight? Is that what you mean, Zombie?
Yeah, I mean,
He might
early
be in
than,
it. I think he has a
usually.
6.
I could
I
try,
think
but I
Zombie
can't.
has a 6
promise
If we
right now.
can start 1 hour early, it's good.
I'll
Yeah.
try for that. I'll write that down and try and remember. But it is different, so there is a possibility that could cause confusion and
Yeah,
on
we don't
my
want
end or other
Winslow to
people's
have
ends.
to wake up at like 6 in the morning to fight. That does not sound fair.
Oh, I'll just probably forget if anything.
Yeah,
I'll
good.
either be
Good.
there
You
or I'll
deserve
forget.
it. You should not wake up at 6 a.m. for this
auto-surrender.
fight. Don't do it. It's like that's crazy. All right,
Sometimes
but
I'm
I'm
just
gonna.
up anyways.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, I'm gonna
Sounds
pause I'm gonna pause my stream here, and then
Yeah.
then we can chat.
yeah.
Okay.